Hi everybody. Thank you for watching. We are on Master Mode, playing through, and we just got off of the Great Plateau. Don't know how long we're going to be behind it. We're going to be trying to play until we can get through the... We'll get that treasure chest later. Claire says lame. The game's audio is high. I'll turn it down. I don't know why you would rather listen to me, but game's audio is turned down a significant amount. Hi, Anderson. We can't hear your voice. See, the problem is I have this microphone, and it's a great microphone, but it's kind of clunky. So there's no way that I can really set it so that you can hear me better. I have it turned up almost as loud as it can go. Hold on a second. I'll try to adjust it a little bit more, but I don't want it to get too loud for you guys. Well, it was okay just then because I was holding it in my hand. So if we put this up on 400%, that should be better. You should be able to hear me a lot better now. It's a little too bright in here. Alright, let's try to get back up on here. Hi, Mike. We are trying to get to Zora's Domain on Master's Mode. We just made it off of the Great Plateau. Some of you who were watching the other day, you seen my little brother playing through, and he made it off of the Great Plateau, and now we're trying to make it a little bit further. A fossilized resin with... Alright, so nothing major in there. So we can just keep making our way. Okay, so it has it set for Ganon. We don't want to go to Ganon. We want to... seek out Impa. There we go. Is this hard mode? Yes, this is master mode. Lexi. Yes, Lexi, you're a mod here. I'm sure there's lots of people who are mods that forgot. I'm also on voice chat in Discord. So if any of you would like to talk to me and be on the live stream as well, you can join on Discord. This is the beginning of the game, and I am on master mode, so if I'm not very talkative, I apologize. I have Mario Odyssey. It's really good. My brother, who's 8, says he's beaten it, but I don't know if he's telling the truth or not. See, in this room, there's no curtains on the window, and it's putting a huge glare on the TV. I may be somewhat used to seeing bad omens by now, but that, well, let's just say it's badder than most. We're doomed. I mean, don't panic. Sorry, who are you? Have we met? Well, it doesn't matter who you are, really. I was getting tired of talking to myself, so you've come at a good time. Someone's texting me. Toss a blanket over the windows. I might just do that. By the by, don't pop up like that. Is this DLC with Rex outfit? I don't know what you mean, the Rex outfit. Out of your world. Hello, hello. Sup, Jesse. By the by, those strange things that popped out of the ground, did you see them? I'm not talking about mushrooms here. I'm talking about those towers. They seem to have popped up all over the place. And that's not the only strange thing that's happened. Those long, deserted shrines suddenly started glowing. You know what this means, don't you? The end is here. With all the craziness happening, I've been keeping an eye on that thing, just to see if it suddenly starts moving, you know? I'm talking about that Guardian, of course. Haven't you heard the old stories about Hyrule? See that thing over there? The one shaped like an overturned urn? That is what I'm talking about. Did you know some of them can move? One of them once chased me down and tried to kill me. No, it was a different one. That one was closer to the castle, but before the forest. When they spot you, they shoot blue beams of light at you. Man, I was so sure that was the end for me. I was prepared for the worst. But I somehow managed to escape into the nearby woods. You think it was my lightning-fast reflexes that saved me? Ha, I wish. Truth is, I just got lucky. Anyway, I hear guardians like that still wander around Hyrule Castle. Be careful. Alright. The main character is Rex, I believe. Yes, do you like deathcore? Not really. I like a mix of singing and screaming in the songs. I don't really like it when it's all screaming. So I'm going to listen to, I believe it was Mike. Yeah, said toss a blanket over the window. So I'll be back in a second. I'm going to put a blanket over the window so there's no glare. Now it's time for the blanket. Oh, shoot. Alright. Hopefully I don't knock anything over. Okay, that is about 1,000 times better. The game should only be played on Master Mode. Normal is too easy. Yeah, was everyone? I have a friend who doesn't have the DLC. No, DLC 1 is the Master Trials, the Majora's Mask, and a bunch of other costumes. Yeah, you can, actually, if you download the update, you can see right here in the quest log. This is the Xenoblade quest. It pops up for free. All you have to do is go to the location, and then you can get the DLC. You don't have to pay anything. It's completely free. So it's really cool. And then this is the DLC that you do pay for. The Phantom Armor, the Twilight Mask, the Tingle Clothes, Majora's Mask, the Teleport Rune, or whatever it is, and some other stuff. Yes, Chris is right. It's the DLC. So we're free DLC. So the way that I'm talking right now, comment and let me know how well you can hear me. Is it too quiet? Too loud? Not loud enough? Gotta have those bokoblin guts. Watch that health. Damn bokos. Volume is good too. Die. Yes, thank you guys for the support. The thing is, I suck at this game, so I can use all the support I can get. Probably shouldn't have done that. Sent all my food flying. I love being able to play baseball with the different... Oh, look at all that bone. Oh, I didn't kill him. There's still one left. You know what? We can use magnesis. And we did it. Jesse, what's your most favorite Zelda game of all time? Right now, I would have to say Breath of the Wild. No, it's not worth it. But the bow is. We can get the bow. That other stuff isn't worth swimming out there for. We don't have nearly enough stamina. I must say, Trial of the Sword on Master Mode, beginning trials was the hardest. We got an opal. Out of all of them, because one specific room that always gave me a hard time. Second, if they ever did a good remake of Majora's Mask or Skyward Sword, I would say one of those. I really love the connection to all of the characters in Majora's Mask, how everyone's story is slightly connected. Skyward Sword is really the only other Zelda game where there's as much of a focus on the NPCs. Oh, I hate this thing. Yes, it's great. Oh no, I knew I was going to shoot it. Have to get that goat meat. Would be nice if they put Majora's Mask on the Switch. I only have it for 3DS, and I want to show my wife the game. Oh, you're married. That's awesome. Yeah, if Grezzo just remade, or not even remade Majora's Mask, if they took the 3DS version and then allowed it to render in HD, so essentially a port, not a remake, it would be really great. My theory is that next year being 2018, it's the 20th anniversary of Ocarina of Time. Oh, he got me good. With it being the 20th anniversary of Ocarina of Time, I thought, what's a better way to celebrate Ocarina of Time than to release an HD remake on its 20th anniversary? And if they do an HD remake of Ocarina of Time, then that essentially confirms a remake of Majora's Mask to come a year or two later. If not at the same time, it would be really cool if they had both on a collection. Like Zelda Collector's Edition on... what was it? On the Gamecube, where you had, at the time, the two newest Zelda games, which was Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, and you had the first two Zelda games, Zelda 1 and 2, with a demo of the yet-to-be-released Zelda game.
Hey, Jazz.
Hello. How are
Hello.
you?
I'm good.
All right.
Tired.
Let me put my headphones on.
Alright.
Yeah, you just kind of popped in, scared me.
I know.
I'm
spooky.
been in here. I just was quiet because I wasn't sure if I can talk. I was like, oh shit. Sorry. Swearing. My bad. I just read the rules.
Okay. Let me...
Nice.
I went into GameStop on Thanksgiving, and they had all of the Zelda amiibo that I could ask for, and I was tempted to buy. No, like they had almost everything, but I didn't buy any because I knew if I purchased one, I would end up buying all of them.
I've been saving up for a Switch as soon as I possibly could. Hopefully Cyber Monday is gonna be my day. So today's Cyber Monday.
Yeah.
Crossing my fingers.
There was, I forgot what store it was, but in their ad, oh, I died. They said something like everything in, I think it was Target, everything in the store was like 15 or 25% off except Nintendo items. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, the one thing I would want is like the only thing that's not. It sucked. Yeah.
Really hoping Redeads make a return.
Maybe.
Yeah, there's
maybe newer titles or something, because I don't think they're gonna like change anything as of like right now for Breath of the Wild.
Well, yeah.
Hopefully they do, because there were some pretty good characters. Like monsters, there are some pretty good characters.
What are we talking about? The Redead?
Mm-hmm.
Or just monsters returning in general?
Yeah, monsters returning in general, I think, would be more appropriate.
Because what I thought was cool is like, what were they called? The mummies? Whenever you would burn off their wraps, they would turn into Redeads.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, like in Wind Waker?
Yeah, they do it in Majora's Mask as well. Like the ones that are marching around the Iconic Canyon.
Yeah. I remember it more prominently with Wind Waker because I just recently finished playing it again. It's like, yeah.
The reason why I want to return is because I kind of miss the dark feel from like Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time. Very dark.
I think one of my first games that I ever played was, I'm pretty sure it was Majora's Mask, because my brothers introduced me to the Zelda community. And I was like, what? I was like 3, and I didn't want to live anymore because I was just looking at this scary moon. I was like, no!
Oh yeah, they made it even worse in the 3D version.
Oh yeah, I heard.
I can imagine if they did like Majora's Mask HD and then they made it even more scary.
Next thing you know, they're gonna do it like Majora's Mask 4K.
Oh, that would.
Oh, God.
That moon. It would be
that
terrible.
moon would drive children insane. Oh my God.
I would love to see the concept art. I'm sure there was one where someone drew concept art for the moon and they were just like, no, that's a little bit too much. Let's take it back a little.
I saw someone do like a realistic drawing of the Majora's Mask moon, and there was like blood on its face, and I was like, oh no!
As a kid, that moon creeped me out.
I was terrified. I was like going back to my childhood. I was like, oh, please no.
Yeah.
It was more terrifying on the N64 than it was on the 3DS.
I'll give it that because it was very angled.
Wow. I found like the largest hill ever. I'm just shield surfing down it.
Shield surfing, best surfing.
I've seen those videos of people who like they glide across the entire map, and then there was one that I recently seen where someone attempted to shield surf across the entire map. And I'm like, how do people have this much time to where they're like, they're just, I don't know, it's crazy. Like in the podcast that we recorded yesterday with Andy from McIntyre Productions, we were talking about like there's a speed run for Ocarina of Time where you try to beat the game as fast as possible with pressing the A button as few times as possible. And it's like there's so many different speed runs that it's like I can't imagine people are that bored that they're like, okay, well, I'm going to try and beat the game without glitches as fast as possible. And they're like, well, now I'm going to try to beat it like 100% as fast as possible. And then someone else is like, well, I'm not going to press the A button the entire time. And I don't know, like, the whole thing's just weird that people, I mean, it's cool for people who can do it, like the blind speed runs and stuff where they don't even look at the screen, but
Oh my God.
I will never have time for that.
You know, after the N64 ones, I really didn't get to play much Zelda until I started watching Zelda Master and Awesome Base Pride. That's when I basically started to get back into Zelda.
I suck at shooting this arrow. There we go.
I don't have Breath of the Wild yet.
Oh, do you not have a Wii U or a Switch?
I don't have either of those.
Oh.
Rip, man. It's a good game, so when you get it, it's totally worth it.
Yeah, if it doesn't win Game of the Year, I'm going to be infuriated.
I mean, I'm not gonna, like, embellish it to an extreme. I think the game is really good, but it definitely does have some holes in it and needs some work.
Like
But that's with every game. That's with every game.
I heard there was like a flaw with the Master Sword thing. Basically, you only use it for a limited amount of time, and that's how stupid. It's a Master Sword. I mean, come on.
I think it's the concept of showing that you have limited power in this unlimited world.
Yeah,
I think
and
that's a cool idea.
with the updates, they've actually fixed that. Where if you complete the Trial of the Sword, then you get the unlocked power the entire time, I believe.
When I get the Nintendo Switch, I think for Christmas, I'm getting Breath of the Wild and I'm getting Super Mario Odyssey.
Oh yeah, Odyssey is great. I've been playing it for a while with my friends. It's a game that it is totally recommended to play multiplayer because you could get so much more things done rather than one singular thing.
Oh, you've actually, I've never talked to anyone who's actually played the multiplayer parts.
Oh my god, it's absolutely fantastic. I always played as Cappy. It's
really?
so fun.
Even though you're just playing as the hat, it still works good?
Oh yeah. Like, what's really fun about it is, like, they put, like, equal power, in a sense, for Cappy and Mario. So, as Cappy, you can literally just propel him into the air. Propel Mario into the air by, like, doing extra jump bonus or something.
Yeah.
And then you could take control of, another, like, basically monster, while as a different player.
Well, I'm saying, like, can you actually take control of a T-Rex in that game?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's insane and I love it.
It's Yoshi's grandfather.
I mean, it brings like a whole new, it's kind of like a mixture of Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario 64, and those are like the two best games I've ever played.
Yeah. Well, like, the way that I look at Mario Odyssey is that they took more influence from Zelda games than past Mario games, because you have the talking hat, which has special abilities like you do in Minish Cap, and then you can become a 2D painting on the wall just like you do in A Link Between Worlds. So this Mario game has borrowed a lot from past Zelda games.
It has definitely, it's a collective of nostalgia, in my opinion. I find it just great, a great way to, I don't know.
I mean, it's like a new game, but yet it feels like a nostalgia thing, because if anyone ever played like Super Mario 64, they know exactly how to play the game, because it's just like 64, but
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It was so hard for me to vote.
It's an approach with gaming is definitely nostalgia, but also bringing a newer element to it.
Yeah.
Which I think it's great because you get two different kinds of communities involved. I don't know. I really enjoy it.
It was so hard for me to vote for this game. The game
That-
of the year. I was like,
one-
is it Zelda or Mario?
I chose not to vote. I was just like, I can't choose one side.
I went with Zelda, but that's because the game kind of like had me.
Yeah, 1 year.
Oh yeah, we were on a hype train for a long time with that. No doubt in my mind.
Yeah. The problem is, like, if Nintendo would have released Breath of the Wild in 2017 and then Mario in 2018, they probably would have had, like, back-to-back Game of the Years. But since they both released in the same year, which Breath of the Wild was originally supposed to release, like, 2 years ago, so...
Yeah, 1 year I went to, like, one of those, conventions, like a Zelda convention. I legit got to shake hands with, like, creator of Zelda.
Oh, awesome.
It was such an honor.
Where was it at?
I was just want to say thank you for making my childhood good, like the best.
That's really cool. I know there's been like a lot of my friends that have gone to E3 and other places have said that like whenever they walk into a room or they're standing in line for something and then a creator of a game like Miyamoto or whoever else works on games that they like, whenever they walk by, it's like time just slows down for them. It's like, oh my gosh, they're real.
Oh my god, you actually have a Zelda Master in your Discord thing?
Oh, Luke?
That's cool.
Yeah, well, Lexi here, she is now in charge of the Chamber of Sages, which is a group consisting of Luke, or Zelda Master, HMK, Zeltic, Dr. Wily, McIntyre Productions, myself.
Go back. HMK, as in HMK, Keykeeper, HMK?
Yeah. Like, in the same way the Keykeepers is a group of Kingdom Hearts YouTube people, the Chamber of Sages is a collective of Zelda YouTube people.
Well, hell, I'm already friends with one of them, one of the Keykeepers.
Oh wow, interesting.
Oh well, yeah.
I never actually got to check out that channel, but
Skyward Wing, I mean, he's a weird individual.
Mm-hmm.
You know what game I'm excited for that's not necessarily
What was that thing?
Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle?
I
never heard of that.
have no
What's that
idea.
about?
I'm excited for Kingdom Hearts 3.
It's like right?
Oh no.
It's like
Oh yeah,
That's
there's...
actually pretty cool. Okay. Oh really? I used to love watching it. I stopped watching it, and now like one of my friends is like obsessed with it.
Oh no.
It's a problem. So they're
Died
spoiling
again.
me.
Have you ever watched that Death Battle Yang versus Tifa?
Yes.
I was actually kind of disappointed with that outcome.
I didn't get to see the outcome of it. I was like in the midst of watching it, and then I had to do some things outside, and I never went back to it.
Tifa lost. Tifa lost the fight.
Rip.
Yep. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Ruby. Like, but I played...
Don't hate me, but I've never watched
Final
Ruby.
Fantasy came first. I mean, Final Fantasy 7, that came first. Yeah, I hate how they're playing the remake of Final Fantasy 7 in episodes.
Why? Like the first game came on 3 discs, so if they just split each game up to like it stops at the end of a disc.
That's fine, but if they like they did with Sonic the Hedgehog 4, Sonic, which is the game that I never really like to talk about. You know, like they did episode 1 year, then episode 2 the other year.
Well, like if you waited on the complete Final Fantasy VII, like you would, it took them over 10 years for Final Fantasy 15. So if they had the same luck with Final Fantasy VII Remake, then you would be waiting until like 2027 to get Final Fantasy VII. So Like I would rather like wait 2 years, get the first part, wait another 2 years, get the second part, and then like another 2 years to get the third part.
Honestly, waiting 2 years doesn't really sound like a big deal for me because hell, I've been waiting for 10 years for Kingdom Hearts 3, and now we're actually, you know, getting it next year. So, and that's a hell of a time to actually, you know, freaking wait for a game.
Yeah, it took like 6 or 7 years for Breath of the Wild. So
look at the outcome of that game. It's what I've seen of it is freaking gorgeous.
There's a place in Breath of the Wild where I get my horses because I think there's like one place where you can get horses that are faster than you.
Oh, I know the area where that is. It's in the Tabantha region.
oh no, I hit myself.
Really good.
Yeah.
I spammed there. I have like full horses with like all them stars. It's so great. I love it.
Oh, Lexi, what is because you play on the Wii U? What does the Wii U screen look like while you're playing?
It looks basically the same as everything else.
No, I mean like the gamepad itself. Like what shows up on the gamepad?
I'd say it's a bit more hazy compared to anything else. It looks more lackluster in like color and stuff. It's not that great.
It's like one of those old TVs, but that's basically what's like. Kind of. You know, like one of those old TVs, you had to hit the friggin' back of the thing just to get it to work. Kind of like the color on that. I mean, I owned it once, but I saw it because personal reasons.
My Wii U has a cracked screen, which sucks. Because my brother put a little crack or a dent in the screen, and I fixed it. I had to buy another screen off of eBay. And then...
The good thing about that is, the Switches, what I've heard about it, is you can play the Switch on the road.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool.
I would just be sitting there playing Legend of Zelda and Mario Odyssey on the road when I'm traveling or something.
It's really cool. If you're in the back seat, you can get like rubber bands or something to keep the Switch on the headrest of the seat in front of you. And then if you have the Pro controller, you can just play it like that. It's a lot better than having to like hold it up with the Joy-Cons attached. That way you don't like have to have your neck going down. Or at least
I'm used to that with the Sega Game Gear and stuff like that. Game Boy Advance. But I'm gonna lie, I'm a huge Zelda fan. I mean,
I'm a huge Zelda fan.
I think all of us here
like every
huge Zelda.
Yeah, I played every Zelda game that they
Same here.
put out.
And I have to say the one I really didn't have enjoyment with was Zelda 2 Adventure in Link. I didn't really have much enjoyment on that one.
Is there a specific reason?
I started out on the Ocarina of Time, then I went back.
Is there a specific reason that you didn't like Zelda 2?
Because I just don't like the gameplay of it. I mean, it's just, it doesn't seem like it's hard to explain. Zelda 2 is one of those games, either you love it or you hate it. And for me, I just hate it. Because, I mean, I don't hate it, I don't despise it, I just think they could have done a lot better with the game in general. But I'll give them props for this though. It was pretty good game for like a back then type of game.
Yeah, for the NES.
Yeah.
I thought it was really I don't want to say smart, but it was brave because they made the original Zelda and everybody liked it. And with Zelda 2, they completely changed. Like, it's the exact opposite of Zelda 1, where the first one was top-down. You had the overworld and the dungeons felt like they were connected. And this one, it's filled with different villages and towns that you can go in. Talking to NPCs is a big part of the game. And they just completely changed everything about the first game. Instead of doing what would make sense, like Call of Duty every year, they don't really change that much. It's basically the same game with a new setting and different weapons. But with Zelda 1 and 2, they completely... Yeah. But...
But I'm keep on dropping my freaking. Don't laugh at. I'm keep on dropping my Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I don't know why.
When I was in 6th grade, I got my first Game Boy because I traded my deck of Yu-Gi-Oh cards for a Game Boy Color with Final Fantasy II.
I got my Yu-Gi-Oh cards right here. Oh my god. It's hard when you. It's kind of annoying when you drop them. Yeah, pick them back up. It's like a game of what do you call it? 51 pickup.
Yeah. Lexi, what's the Zelda game that you hate?
Me? Oh, shoot. That's hard for me to even say. Because I don't really dislike. Oh.
What I hate is TDI.
Oh, okay. I think I could go and agree with that. That's a solid case right there.
So, you know, I actually have like, I think 3 friends that actually said they actually, literally, not kidding, hate Ocarina of Time.
Wow, really?
I've had a few comments like that on my YouTube videos, and I think it's people who, like, I've never seen someone that's like 20 years or older that would have played Ocarina of Time when it first came out. I don't see anyone that played it back then saying they hate it. It's always people who grew up and like Xbox 360 was the first console they played, so they never experienced anything that wasn't HD. They're like, oh, it looks like crap.
Friends of mine, they're like in their 20s.
Oh, well.
And they're in their 20s, and the very first system they had was an N64. They tried Ocarina of Time, they absolutely hated it. I'm like, wow, really? I'm like, I mean, come on. I mean, don't get me wrong, I respect your opinion, but what about the game makes you so bad? Makes it so bad? So they said, I just hate that you had to collect pieces of heart. I'm like, you just named every single Zelda game out there.
I'll keep dying.
The fact that you had to collect pieces of hearts for 100%. I'm like, dude, that you just named every single game out there. Every single Zelda game out there, you had to collect pieces of heart to do 100% of the game.
I was about to say that they probably hate it because of the water.
Oh, yeah.
See, I never really had, when I was young, the dungeon that I had trouble with was Jabu Jabu's belly.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't the water temple or anything else like that. But that's just me.
All because of the Princess Rayru, that has been my least favorite Zelda character. What's her name? The Zora princess.
Ruto?
Yeah, Ruto. That has been my least favorite because she's so freaking stuck up.
Oh. Well, she's a princess. Like, they were trying to go with, like, it's, you know, she's self-absorbed.
Well, so is Zelda, and you don't see her being stuck up.
I suppose that's true. I think they're trying to, like, to showcase different personalities when it comes to royalty in terms of, you know, Ruto and Zelda.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Could be.
Maybe. Because there are those kind of, there's some kind of royalty that's very humble, and then there's also the very stuck-up kind of people. Trying to showcase maybe both sides. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking way too deep into this. Hey! Because I do that a lot. Oh yeah, I do it all the time. Oh my god. You should have seen some of the crazy theories I would come up with sometimes. I mean, at least one of them wasn't the Zelda's pregnant one. Oh, I heard of that.
Wait, you said it's your favorite?
Like, I've heard actually people saying that permanent field was actually like an illusion town or something.
No, see, like that. I hate.
Like purgatory or something.
Wasn't that a game theory?
Yeah, it was the
I
game
think so,
theory. He popularized the Link is dead theory about Termina being a dream and everything, and the facts that he uses is completely wrong in the video. Like Al Numa, the person who created Majora's Mask, whenever Majora's Mask 3D came out, like he was asked about Termina being a parallel world or whatever, and he said it was a parallel world, but it is a real physical location that's located beside Hyrule, just like a lot of the other lands that Link goes to. And then, like,
Yeah, I seen that too. So,
and the biggest thing that breaks his theory about Link being dead in Majora's Mask is he uses the hero shade in Twilight Princess as proof that Link died in Majora's Mask. But the hero shade isn't a skeleton of a kid, it's a skeleton of an adult. So right there tells you he didn't die as a kid before he went to Termina. He went to Termina, did all that stuff. Yeah, became at least old enough to have kids, because Link in Twilight Princess is like the grandson or great-grandson of Link from Ocarina of Time. Like, their ancestors or whatever. So Link had to be at least an adult to have a kid and then be an adult skeleton when he died. Otherwise, when you see the hero shade, it would just be the skeleton of a kid.
Skeleton.
Yeah.
That's kind of a creepy thought. I feel like that would have added the more creepiness in Twilight Princess when it already has the creep. I feel like the child timeline has the darkest kind of games.
yeah.
Like, I wouldn't say some Zelda games are not dark aside from just the child timeline, because that's definitely not the case either. There's always a sense of creepiness in Zelda that is greatly appreciated, because who needs some edge in our lives? I think most of us, we need some edginess. And I feel like I use that way too much.
No.
You
I
know,
keep falling off.
It just occurred to me that, okay, you know, Sega and Nintendo's rivalry, I believe that Nintendo is actually winning that rivalry right now.
Oh, they've been winning.
Well,
that
it's
rivalry.
Sega and Nintendo.
For years.
Yeah. Well, that rivalry ended when Sega put the first Sonic game on a Nintendo console, which I think was like Sonic Adventures or Sonic Adventures 2.
Yeah, but, okay.
That competition also ended once once Nintendo started making their own consoles and stuff, which has been for quite a while.
Well, okay, but look at some of the Sonic games to the Mario games, right? Sonic has more bad, like, it has some good games, but a lot more bad than good. He has not had a good run so far.
Yeah. And with Mario games, like, it's very hard to find a main series Mario game that people collectively think is bad. Like Super Mario 64, Sunshine, Galaxy 1 and 2, and now Odyssey have all been considered like 9s or 10s. But every time a Sonic game comes out, if a new Sonic game comes out and it gets an 8, then that's really good for Sonic, because usually, like, it's... Yeah.
I mean, look at Sonic Mania.
Well, that wasn't even made by Sega. That was made by fans, and then Sega was like... Yeah.
Okay, look at Sonic Mania compared to Sonic Forces. Now, if you want my opinion, Sonic Mania takes the cake. I mean, Sega better just quit because clearly the fans are doing better than they are.
Yeah. Well, see, that's in a way like it's good on Sega to where they seen that the port or the fan game that that team was making was good, so then they officially endorsed it. They could have been like, hey, we don't want you making like your own Sonic game because you don't have the right to do that, and then stopped it.
No,
but
I'm not saying Sonic Forces is a bad game. I think it's just mediocre at best. Because, okay, the story makes no sense to convey because they say Infinite was I don't know what you call it, an animal at first. Then when you play Episode Shadow, he was like a person at first. Then when you go into Sonic's story, they say he's a freaking robot. I'm like, what?
Wait, they say Sonic is a robot?
No, they say Infinite is a robot.
Oh.
I'm like, if Infinite was a robot in the main, why does it say he was an actual living organic life form in Episode Shadow? That makes no sense. Unless, Eggman actually, what am I trying to say? Unless Eggman, made him into a robot. But he would not be a robot, he would be an android or a cyborg.
The Zelda Collector just said, hey Jesse, how's things?
Ooh, Zelda Collector. Oh, hello, Zelda Collector. I think they follow me on Twitter. That name sounds familiar.
I think they just joined the Discord server recently too.
Cool.
I think it was a few days ago. I don't exactly remember.
When the video stops playing. Oh, I that's you. Okay. I seen
so bad.
the Chamber of Sages commented, and I was like, who is that?
I joined this Discord server not too long ago. It says that someone named Ashley Ashley said welcome already.
Oh yeah, Ashley's cool. She's an old friend of McIntyre's and I's. So.
Yeah, because my name is on here. My name on here is called Riley Pokemon, and yeah.
Oh yeah, her YouTube name is Champion Ashley. She's a big Pokemon fan. So.
Gotta catch them all.
Like at the end of Pokemon, whenever you beat the original games, it says whatever your name is, and it calls you Champion, whatever.
I think that Pokemon will be here next year. I think they'll showcase it
No.
No, there's already a direct plans ahead of time regarding Pokemon again. So I feel like they're trying to hype it up, but it's probably going to be in late 2018. Because that's what they usually do.
Well, see, it would be really easy for them to just take Sun and Moon or Ultra Sun and Moon and use the same engine, same character models and everything, and just put it on the Switch in HD.
I feel like.
Why I saved.
Oh, go on, don't worry.
The reason why I say it's not going to come out next year is because, I remember in the movie, he said that it wasn't going to be out for over a year.
But they've always been deceiving with things. They could say, oh, it's in a year, and they're like, oh, it's 2018. It's been a year, but it really hasn't.
Yeah, there's
Like, they're very, sketchy with their...
what I always think of is kind of like what Lexi was saying. Whenever they first showed off gameplay of Zelda Wii U, as it used to be known, it was at the Game Awards with Miyamoto and Aonuma sitting on the couch, and the TV was beside them, and they had like a little bit of a joke, but they were like a competition with each other, to where one person was like, oh, this game is going to, like, the game I'm working on is going to come out on this day. I think they said like Breath of the Wild is going to be releasing in 2015 or whatever it was, and then Miyamoto was like, oh, that's great, but my game, Star Fox Zero, is going to be releasing on this day before that. And then Star Fox and Breath of the Wild both ended up getting delayed after like they announced the release date or whatever for both games, which didn't like make too much sense to me, because Star Fox Zero, it looked like they just took a GameCube game and rendered it in HD. Like, the game didn't look like they worked on it that long at all, and a lot of the levels were inspired by Star Fox 64. So, like, the whole game was... Like, I have no idea why that game was delayed.
That game got on my nerves. Do a barrel roll.
And they force you to use the Wii U gamepad, and that was the one thing everybody hated about it, was that in Star Fox Zero, like, you were forced to use your TV and the gamepad. And the cool thing about the Wii U was that you could use the gamepad instead of the TV. But on this game, you had to use both. And then I think Splatoon, also, you needed both. And it's like Nintendo made a statement or something saying that a game like Splatoon wouldn't be possible on just one screen. That's why it requires you to use your TV and the gamepad. But then they released Splatoon 2 with just one screen. So Nintendo, like, they need to stop lying.
They need to up their game a bit.
Yeah, like, if they're going to lie, they should at least tell better lies.
They should just be like, we're lying, just to let you know, guys. Hey.
Yeah. Like, I remember I made a video about the top 5 or top 10 lies that Nintendo has told, and my favorite one was Miyamoto was being interviewed after the 3DS first released, and because the DS had so many different revisions, like there was the DSi, the DSi XL, the DS Lite, they asked Miyamoto when the next 3DS was going to be coming out, and Miyamoto said that they, like, the design of the 3DS, they perfected the first time, so there was no need to come out with a second iteration of the 3DS. But the person who was interviewing just kept asking, like, when's it going to come out? When's it going to come out? Like, he knew that because the DS had so many revisions, the 3DS would as well. And Miyamoto just kept on saying that there were no plans for a second version of the 3DS, but then less than a month later, they officially announced the 3DS XL. And then it was like a couple of years after that, they announced the new Nintendo 3DS, and they also have the 2DS. So when Miyamoto was telling everybody there's no plans for a different version of the 3DS, and then they released like 4 or 5 different versions. Like, there's the 3DS, 3DS XL, new 3DS, new 3DS XL, 2DS, and the new 2DS XL. So there's 6 different versions of the 3DS when Miyamoto was on camera saying that it was only going to be just a 3DS.
It's very deceiving.
Yeah. Like, I understand wanting to keep an announcement a secret. That way it's a surprise when you do announce it, but you don't have to, like, just straight up lie about it. They could be like, we have nothing to announce at this time. Or, like, what is it? Nintendo always says, we don't comment on rumors or speculation. Like, he could have said something like that, to where he's not saying no, he's not saying yes. But he just straight up lied. And it's like, well, Miyamoto, I love you, because you made, like, Zelda, Mario, Donkey Kong, all these great things, but you're breaking my heart. like, I don't know if I can trust you when you... Like, every time they have a Nintendo Direct and, like, they give a release date or they say they're working on a certain game, it's like, are you really?
It breaks the soul.
Yeah, it's like, I don't... It's like when your girlfriend or boyfriend just keeps on, like, telling you lies, and it's like, Nintendo. There has to be some trust here, Nintendo. You can't keep doing this to me.
You really had to go there, did you?
Like, I thought we had a relationship.
Yeah.
I thought it was steady. I thought it was going well.
Yeah.
It's going so well.
Then they tell you to not worry about this super attractive game that... Well, when it comes out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like...
Then, like 6 years later, she comes out like, I want you back.
Well, it's like with the Breath of the Wild release date. When... Oh, that killed me. That wasn't even next to me. But like with the 3DS or the Breath of the Wild release date, it's like when you're talking to your girlfriend and they're like, yeah, I promise, I'll be there at 8 o'clock. We'll go out for dinner. And then they just don't show up. So then you're just waiting like, what's going on here? Like, I just got stood up.
Happened to me before.
And that's how it felt with Breath of the Wild. Like, one of the times they announced that it was delayed was when they did Twilight Princess HD. They first showed off the trailer, and then it ended with like 5 seconds of Breath of the Wild footage, and it said like 2016 or 2015 or whatever it was, and it was supposed to come out like that year, but Nintendo just during that trailer said it was coming out the year after. So then you're like, okay, well, at least we got a trailer for it that kind of softens the blow. But then the next time they announced a delay, it was just a tweet on Twitter, and it's like your girlfriend just breaking up with you. Not even
Over
like,
text.
well, not even a
So
text.
you look over at your watch and it's like, man, where is she? And you look and, oh, she's now in development.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, I will leave myself out.
Well, it's like they just posted the tweet. They didn't give a screenshot. They didn't do anything. It was just the one tweet, and that was it. It's like you could have like at least given a trailer and said, "Hey, sorry for the delay, but here's something to remember me by." I don't know. All right. What questions do we
Like
have?
a few years later and get bored with it.
Oh, wow.
Bored with Breath of the Wild?
Like,
No,
I mean, I got bored of Breath of the Wild pretty easily.
I mean, there some games that I do get bored with easily, but it's just the fact that doesn't mean that it's boring. Doesn't mean it's a good game. I mean, it could be one of those games that starts out boring, then just if you keep on playing it, it gets more interesting. But I actually played those quite a few games that where it starts out boring and just keeps continuing to be boring.
Yeah. Zelda Collector on YouTube said, so you're waiting for your woman, and when she turns up, she is with another dude, and she's like, yeah, this is the Switch. Do you mind sharing?
It's so bad.
Yeah. M the Moon says, Jesse, why are you so entertaining? I'm usually not. It's everybody else here that's being entertaining. So, because if you've watched any, like,
Man, is your live stream, dude?
I've talked a lot about how I don't typically do live streams and stuff because I hate, and I was actually talking to Zelda Master about this in the first part of the last podcast that he was on. Mm-hmm. And he actually admitted to saying that he used to do it, but I hate when people are doing a Let's Play or a live stream and they're overreacting to everything. They're acting excited when they're really not. They're pretending to make it more entertaining for the people watching. I hate that. I like it when you watch someone play and you can see their honest reaction.
You know who the Gamer Join is?
Yeah.
Okay, you remember his reaction to the Kingdom Hearts 3, where he just fell out of his chair?
I don't watch
No.
any of his. Like, I know who he is. I've talked to him. I've just never watched any of his videos. So
yeah, he fell out of his chair when he reacted to the recent Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer. I mean, I'm like, dude, Jared, you think you're a little bit overreacting here?
yeah. Well, see, like in the same video with Zelda Master, I talk about how there's been people that I've made videos with that they'll film a reaction video and then they'll be like, no, I have to redo this. It's not good enough. And it's like the whole point of reaction videos to catch your reaction, your real reaction to whatever it is. You can't script a reaction video. That's not how you do it. But a lot of people do that to where they plan out, okay, at this part I'm going to say this, or at this part I'm going to have this shocked look on my face or whatever. And it sucks.
It's like directing a really bad movie.
Yeah. But the good thing is you can tell a lot of the time when people do that, so it's not as bad. Because whenever they do that, I just know not to really pay attention to their reactions or live streams and stuff anymore.
Like, if we're gonna script something, it can at least be like a skit or something like that, but don't you know, script a reaction. I mean, you have to have like an honest reaction to the video you're watching, not a scripted version. Yeah.
Scripted reactions I wouldn't find necessarily accurate because when you're trying to embellish what you truly felt, more so than anything. Live reactions I would feel are more effective because one, it's showing your genuine reaction rather than something played out. But even if it's live, you can play it out for the benefit of your views or something. I mean, I was watching, what was it called? I was watching Ed, as in Zeltic, during one of his streams, and it was for the trailer, like the official trailer of Breath of the Wild. And he wasn't freaking out, which was really good, but I found funny is when he took his wallet and he just emptied all the contents. He's just take everything.
Like,
I don't want the game. Yeah. I like seeing a true reaction where it does have some entertaining bits to it, but it's not embellished to the point where it's just to get views. That's just my honest opinion.
I fell off the cliff.
Aw.
Yeah. I really need a Switch.
Me too. I agree.
They're talking about Breath of the Wild and Super Mario, and now I'm just like, please, just, I'm broke as hell. I'm broke as all heck. So, hey, here, I paid my PS4 for it. I was paying my PS2 for it, which I don't think that will be.
I still have my original PlayStation, like, downstairs in my basement.
What's that look like?
I have my PlayStation 2 right here in my room.
Oh, wow. I might play Crash Bandicoot sometime.
Have you seen the PS4 remake of Crash?
No, I haven't. I always play the classics of Crash Bandicoot.
The classics is always the best. Yeah, I get it. Remaster, yeah, better graphics, but I'm so used to the classic one that I don't think I can play the remastered.
The remake of Crash Bandicoot for PlayStation 4 looks amazing. Like, it looks as good as a Pixar movie or a cartoon. Matt.
All the stores around. Never have the
should feel my pain. I don't have a singular amiibo.
Aww.
All I have is Donkey Kong amiibo.
I've only bought one amiibo. I had one amiibo sent to me by Zelda Universe. And
really?
yeah, and then I bought my second amiibo when I got Twilight Princess HD. It was the Wolf Link that comes with it. And the only time that I've actually bought an amiibo by itself was the Link Smash Brothers amiibo. And that was actually my little brother. I think it was his birthday. And we went to Walmart and he picked out the amiibo, so I bought it for him. But yeah, it was still the only time that I've actually had an amiibo. And that was before Breath of the Wild came out. So whenever they came out, they became rare because everybody wanted Epona.
Yeah, everyone's like stockpiling. Even to this day, people are stockpiling amiibos.
Yeah.
Man, I have no idea what to play right now. I'm either trying to decide on Kingdom Hearts, Sonic Mania or something because, I mean, I need something to play.
What are you playing Kingdom Hearts on?
Huh?
What are you playing Kingdom Hearts on?
I can play on like my PS2, PS4, PS3, Nintendo DS,
Oh,
3DS. I have all of it.
that's awesome.
I was lucky enough to be online. The Majora's Mask amiibo online, that was only like 18 bucks. I ordered it really quickly before somebody else bought that.
And why not? Why not? I don't play my PS2 often, so I'm gonna play either Sonic Heroes or something.
Go for it. The last Sonic game I played was when I was like a little kid. And I played Sonic Unleashed, and I just regretted everything.
Oh, you mean not too long ago?
Yeah, I'm quite the youngling. I'm not gonna even argue with that. I'm pretty young.
You always hear that nostalgia.
It's not. I wouldn't even say Sonic Unleashed is nostalgia. I'd say it's a nightmare.
I'm playing. I'm okay. The opening to the PS2. I'm playing. Just turned on my PS2, and you know the opening that those cubes flying around and yeah.
Sonic Unleashed was the last Sonic game I played.
Oh wow.
That was like the very last one. My favorite one that I played was Battle.
I quite honestly feel my favorite Sonic game was probably Colors, like the more recent titles.
A lot of people liked Colors.
I enjoyed Colors, quite honestly. I wouldn't say it's the perfect Sonic game because, to be honest, I don't think any of their games are ever perfect. But I found that one a good one.
Yeah.
I'd say eventually Battle was my favorite because of the Chow Garden. Like, it gave you like a sense of, like, after you beat the game, you still have those like little fucking, those little chows that it like you would have to go back and replay the stages to get those chaos tracks and stuff. I felt like that added like
Oh yeah.
Master Crafter a while ago said, Jesse, can I have your friend code? Is that okay? I know some YouTubers don't want people to know their friend code, but I can have yours. My friend code should be in the description of the video, and if it's not, you should be able to see it on the screen right now. So, there you go.
Oh crap.
I don't have any friends on my Switch because I don't have a Switch.
I like stalking my friends and seeing what games they play.
Creepy.
Yeah, like you can go to the profiles and see like who's played what for how long.
You know those type of people I hate? I hate when like some people go to like other people's live streams and start to promote the channel.
Oh my god, that's what happens. It happens frequently in most channels where someone like advertises for themselves. I get that though. Not that.
I mean, I get you want subs, I get it, but at least try to earn them, like earn most of them.
Well, yeah, but that's a form of like self-advertisement in a way, and everything starts off with advertisement.
Yeah, but like, okay, Jesse, you earned your stuff. You didn't really need a shout out, right?
I got lucky because I was friends with a lot of people who already had us starting on YouTube. Yeah. Well, like with HMK and McIntyre, who Commonwealth Realm, they used to be the three that had the most subscribers. Because whenever I started, like, Ziltic had less than I did. Dr. Wiley had a little bit more than I did.
Yeah, things have definitely changed over the times.
Yeah.
Oh god.
But it really helped being friends with them because they would be in my videos and then they would let me in their videos.
No, do not die, do not die, do not die, do not die, do not die.
That was back when I used to do Zelda theories a lot. Now I...
No, fuck, no, god.
I feel like Zelda theories have been running dry as of recent. Like, we're... the chamber has been, like, just scrapping as much as we possibly could. It's just to keep things in a relevant base or something.
This guy in Kakariko Village is just like, it's past my bedtime. I'm like... Because, like, technically Link would be a complete stranger to him. And he's just walking around being like, it's past my bedtime, stranger. It's like that doesn't seem like something you would want to...
Maybe it's a time where everyone's friendly with each other, even after, you know, everyone dies.
Yeah. Ooh, friend request.
Yeah, I sent you,
No.
I sent you a friend request on Twitch.
Guitar Man. I play guitar.
Yeah, that's me.
Isn't that okay? That's not okay. That's not okay. What the heck? No. Fuck.
If you go to some of my...
That's it. I'm done.
If you go to some of my older videos, I have about 30 songs on my YouTube channel that I recorded.
The glitch was, oh my god.
Yeah. Everything from like pop punk to like heavy death metal stuff.
Oh yeah,
That's me,
death
that's
metal.
me. That's me. That's the kind of music I play. And
Yeah.
my mom hates it. That's why I wait till everyone goes to sleep. Like we have a backyard house, and I wait till like late at night we go to sleep, and I'm like, that's freedom. Play a lot of.
We must fight for our freedom. We must fight for our lives, our freedom. Oh my god. I'm just quoting Braveheart. We may fight. They get made.
Oh, so this is something I was talking about with someone on Twitter earlier. What Zelda game do you guys think has the worst beginning? Like a lot of people talk about how in Twilight Princess it takes a long time before you get through the introduction. And in Breath of the Wild, the intro or the beginning is essentially all of the Great Plateau. But even though it's a long intro, it still teaches you a lot about the game while still being fun. Like while you're exploring the Great Plateau, learning everything, it doesn't feel like it's telling you exactly what to do. It feels like you still have freedom to do whatever you want. but like you still don't necessarily start the game until you get off of the Great Plateau. In the same way, in Skyward Sword, it takes like an hour or two before you can get off of Skyloft, before you go down to the first dungeon. And then Twilight Princess takes forever.
This is music like I like to listen, like instrumentals and stuff, like video games like Zelda, the Song of Storms and stuff like that. So you know what? This is speaking of Song of Storms. I'm playing that song right now because I actually like that. One of my favorite songs from Ocarina of Time.
I will put on one of my favorite songs that I recorded for a second.
Can tell who the YouTuber messaged in your chat. My name is Chris. I'm pretty sure you.
He's honestly a really cool character. I like him. Pretty 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
I wish there was an actual Fierce Deity amiibo.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I wish we'd had more info about Fierce Deity.
Yeah, I like Fierce Deity, but it's the mask and Majora's Mask is so hard to so hard to get for me. It's so hard to get for me.
About it is that you can only wear.
Okay, who's home in front
This is the solo from one of my friends. Can't hear that great over the microphone. Oh, that was one of the last songs that I recorded. And then I started making Zelda stuff because people actually paid attention to Zelda.
I mean... I don't know what I'm doing right now.
I never know what I'm doing. I'm drinking Diet Coke, if that... Does that count for doing something?
I suppose. I actually stopped drinking soda and all like sugary
Sorry, I
drinks.
turned this off. This is freaking cool.
I've got a lot of health
Yeah, same.
I don't drink soda anymore.
Yeah, I was like recently diagnosed with pre-diabetes, so like I don't want to get involved. I don't want to destroy my health any more than I already done that. So, hey.
I've gone through a lot of stressful.
If I had health insurance, I would probably find out that I had.
Not that hard.
Oh. Oh wow. Oh wow.
So Alexa.
Hi, I'm Alexa.
Yeah.
Alexa.
Earlier you said something about a YouTube person in the chat.
I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. Hi, I'm Alexa. I'm something that you see with Amazon a lot. Yeah.
Alexa. That video is so great. It has like 40,000 people watched it, and
Yeah, that was crazy amount
they're
of
just
views, and
like-
they all call me Alexa. Oh.
Alexa, turn on music.
Oh my god. It's really funny though, because like some people who watched that video when I did a recording for the chamber and we like,
Did they recognize you?
Yeah, people recognize me. Yeah.
Oh my
They're like,
gosh.
Is that Lexi? Is that Alexa? I'm like, oh no.
That's so cool.
It's, the problem was it's that they called me. They knew it was either me or they thought I was Vortexy. I was like, oh no.
Oh, don't want that to happen again.
It was like, yeah, it was like a mix of like, oh yay and oh no. What's going on here?
Like, well, my real name's Riley. People always say the O'Reilly Auto Parts thing.
O'Reilly.
No, not you two.
Isn't there an O'Reilly's restaurant?
I think so.
O'Reilly's, maybe.
I'm not exactly sure.
I don't know.
I was just like, I hear that everywhere I go, no matter where I am.
Leftover turkey.
Thanksgiving.
Oh, no, I was going ham down on that food Thanksgiving.
I don't really like turkey, to be honest. I don't know.
I don't either. Like, even when people are like, oh, this turkey's amazing, and it's supposed to be a really good turkey, it still tastes like dry chicken.
Yeah, I always feel like it's super dry and it has like a weird taste to it. I'm not sure.
Oh, same here, same here.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm not edge about it.
good turkey just tastes like bad chicken. So,
It's true.
like, I bought
Good way to, that's a very good way to put it.
I bought all of the Thanksgiving dinner this year, so my grandmother, whenever she was telling me like what all she wanted, and she was like, you have to get a turkey and blah blah blah, and I was like, well, instead of a turkey, what if I just got like a really big chicken and we cooked that?
Yeah.
Because then everybody would be like, oh, this turkey tastes awesome.
It's true.
Nobody would be
They
like,
wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
yeah, like even if it was a really dry chicken, they would still be like, oh, this turkey's good.
This is the best turkey out that we've ever had. And then like at the end of it, like, oh yeah, by the way, that turkey you ate, that's chicken.
And then they would throw their plates down and be like, no!
Okay, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna play Kingdom Hearts.
Oh my god, I could just imagine them thinking the world is ending.
Yeah.
I think it's just the way ours is pretty. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. It seems like that's the way people like. I've met people who are like, oh, I like my turkey dry. I'm like, what is wrong with you? No.
Like, okay, when I used to live with my grandmother, she literally, basically, when she cooked steak, she made steak dry as hell. I'm talking about, like, T-bone steak, she made it dry.
I put gravy in my turkey.
mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Thanksgiving though.
yeah. Let's stop talking about this.
Yeah. Zelda Collector in the chat says, I do YouTube, but not very well. And then he says, have you a big Zelda collection, Jesse? And if so, have you ever shown it in a vid? My Zelda collection consists of my copy of Breath of the Wild, 2 amiibo, one of them broke, and a Zelda and a Zelda statue that well, a Link statue, sorry, that has a broken sword because my little brother tried like moving it as if it was an actual toy.
Pumpkin pie.
Okay, here's my Zelda collection. I got Zelda Ring, Zelda Wallet, all the Zelda games from like A to Z besides Breath of the Wild. I got like I think I got like 1 Zelda statue. I don't know, but then you know. So I got a Zelda soundtrack that I got from the Skyward Sword game.
Yeah.
And yeah, I have a lot of Zelda stuff.
I have my Triforce necklace and I wear it all the time because 2 of my best friends, we call each other Courage, Power, and Wisdom. So I'm Wisdom,
I have
of
a Zelda
course.
ring. I have a Zelda ring.
No.
A Zelda Triforce ring.
I'm not rich enough to have a good Zelda collection. So
Me neither, man. I just carried my necklace.
Yeah, I got my ring and wallet of there's this app called Wish, which is basically the normal stuff you get for like $50, you can get for like $1.
Oh right, I forgot about my Breath of the Wild shirt.
yeah.
Where is that?
See, there's I went to the Zelda Symphony about a week, maybe 2 weeks ago, and I seen so many awesome people there that had so much awesome Zelda stuff. Like, they either have like really cool Zelda shirts that I'd never seen before, or like really cool Zelda hats, Zelda necklaces. A lot of people would be in like full cosplay of Link, Zelda, or whoever. And it was just like, I was at like Zelda heaven for about 2-3 hours.
You know, a friend of mine has like a Master Sword, the Master Sword Island Shield. But here's the catch: the Master Sword, if he pushes the button, and it's made from rip steel, but it glows.
Really?
Yeah, it glows like you know how like the Master Sword glows yellow.
This is because
Yeah.
it glows when you're next to a someone's calling my phone. Hold on.
So, me being a musician, I plan to get my entire right arm filled with tattoos, but on my hand, just like how Link, Ganondorf, and Zelda had it, like the Triforce symbol on their hands. Like I plan to get that as a tattoo.
Oh wow.
Which one are you? The Triforce of Courage, Power, or Wisdom?
I'd say courage.
I know I'm definitely getting I'm probably getting matching tattoos with my best friends. So we're all gonna have like probably a piece of the Triforce on us, like somewhere. It doesn't really matter where. It's just like we know the context of it. I think that's what matters. But yeah, I'm like the biggest Zelda fan like out of my friends, and I like freak out over everything when it comes to Zelda.
Who's more of a Zelda fan, you or Zelda Master?
Don't compare me to that guy. That's a whole other game, my guy. I would definitely not comparable. But I would say in my circle of friends, in real life, I am one of the largest Zelda fans. So my console is not at my house because I hang out at my friend's house more so than anything. So that's why Breath of the Wild is over there right now. Oh gosh, it's
Do any
interesting.
do any of you guys have Super Smash Bros?
I have Smash at my friend's house.
I have Super Smash Brothers 64. Super Smash Brothers
Oh,
Brawl.
wow. I have Brawl too. Oh god, I have some good memories on that game. Wow.
My main go-to was Link.
My main, to be honest, was Ganon. I was pretty OP with Ganon.
Then we're mortal enemies.
Ah, nah.
Link was my main in 64 and Melee, but in Brawl, Ike was one of my mains.
Mhm.
And in the new one, Cloud is, well, one of my mains because that was like I was so surprised when they announced him. But then everyone else started playing as him, so I decided to pick other mains as well.
Jeez, what's next? Who's next? Sora? Friggin' Sora, like Sora, no. That's the power of the Keyblade. Sora. Even that, I'm playing that right now. You know, for some reason, every single time I play these games, I literally have to go in hard mode.
Rip.
The hardest mode, because,
You should see me when I play Mario Kart though. Ugh, it's a gem. Because I used to be really bad at it.
Mario Kart.
I used to be so bad at Mario Kart 8. And it's the point where I played it so much that I ranked globally once for it. It was great.
You don't want to play me in Mario Kart. I guarantee that you do not want to play me in Mario Kart.
Nah, I'm a savage.
I'll play you.
I'd win. I would win that.
No, I would.
Ha! Ha! Yeet! I beat
I
everyone I ever go up
you.
against.
Yeah, okay,
I would
fine.
challenge you.
Okay, well, once I get a Nintendo Switch and once I get Mario Kart, we'll see who...
Me too.
We'll see. We'll see who will win. We'll see.
Alright.
Alrighty.
We'll see.
We'll have a little tournament. Why not?
Underestimating me.
You underestimate the Triforce of Wisdom?
You underestimate the Triforce of Power.
Yeah. Courage has it all though.
Hey, I don't agree with that, my guy.
No.
I have to win this.
You have to be pretty stupid to have courage.
Well, people get afraid to take those shortcuts sometimes, thinking that they'll mess up and fall off the cliff. Professional when it comes to that.
Okay, let's just see who wins. We will see. We will see.
Whoa, that comment. Zolotl. Zotol.
Okay, you know what? Let's try this. Let me try to read it. Let me try to read it for you.
Solotl Zetrapolator says, can you block laser beams in Potland? Yeah, you can. Zolotl. I'm sorry I'm like butchering your name, man. I'm so bad at this. but yeah, that's.
Axolotl extrapolated.
Now's the time.
Polator or
Like,
something.
Jesse, come back. We need your help.
Okay, I know the last one. Extrapolator. Or
Yeah. Oh, he's laughing at me now. Oh no.
Oh my god.
I have disgraced the world. Oh my god. Rip. But yes, you can block the laser beams with the pot lid, because why not? Because apparently wood could beat anything.
Well, of course. Why the fuck not? I mean, if Ocarina of Time you can beat up enemies with a Deku stick, then it's more powerful than your sword. Then yeah. I mean, why the fuck not?
I suppose so.
It was so funny. My sister's husband. I was playing Breath of the Wild, and I was like starting a whole new game, and I was like, "Hey, look, a tree branch. Now I can beat the crap out of enemies with a stick." Just had them dying.
Because you don't.
Like I just
cut
charged
out.
bokoblins with a stick.
Hey,
It's like
hey,
I'm ready
may
to
the
beat this
stick be
game.
with you.
Like this is the only weapon I need.
Like, may the stick be with you.
Right. It's dangerous to go alone.
And a
Please
pot lid.
take this.
Like, a ladle and a pot lid. I thought he said lady. Ah, I'm just doing so bad at this. I'm so bad at this. But yeah, I will watch it, Zelda Collector. You seem like a pretty rad dude. I'm such a failure at this.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm doing so bad. I blame only myself.
I would love to see Lexi play
You said
Breath of the
lol.
Wild.
LOL.
Oh, you should see
Actual
me. I'm actually a really good sharpshooter on this game. I'm like 11 out of 10.
There was one point in Breath of the Wild that had me raging to the point where it had me just cussing nonstop.
Oh, what would that be?
It was the horse shooting thing, and
Oh.
it was for the knights. It was for the knights' horse armor, and
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I don't.
That angered me so much because the horse kept trying
Never
to
played the
get
game.
back on the road, and like
Whoa.
it would jerk me or ow.
Whoa, what's going on? Whoa.
What the?
I have
Did
no
I do
idea what
something?
happened there. No. Something happens.
Talking.
And then everything exploded. Yep. Comments, what is that? Ah, great.
What is that?
No, but yeah, that horse armor.
What
That
is
that
that?
knight's horse armor
Mm-hmm.
had me
Oh,
angered
crap.
because of my horse kept wanting to get back on the road, and I'm just like, why do you keep
Whoa,
jerking me
shit.
around and
That
making
does
me
so much
miss?
damage. Wait, what the fuck?
He got me to the point where I killed my own horse. I was just so angered. I was so angered with it that I just
Behemoth.
killed it.
I'm finding a freaking behemoth. Die, behemoth!
The stuff I could do with a lady and a pot lid is a whole different story. No! Oh,
I eventually got it though.
that's
I had
good,
to go get that bow where it shoots straight.
Mm-hmm.
I
Still to this day, I haven't got it. Jesse's back! Back again.
Hey.
Shady's back. Tell a friend.
You know, I would follow you on Twitter, but I don't have a Twitter account.
Oh, if you want to add me on Twitter, I'm at, I think, what is it?
I need to create a Twitter account first.
No, I'm just gonna
have
give it out
Twitter,
just
but
in
I'm like-
general.
Okay.
I
Let me
have
see
Twitter,
here.
but I'm never on it.
Let me check here. Oh, someone's home.
Oh god, I can literally hear myself in Jesse's live stream. I hate the sound of my voice.
Don't worry, that's everyone. I just choose to ignore that.
Yeah.
Have you just go back to watch your own videos just because?
Oh no, I can't do that. Or I'll just be like,
I did,
I can't.
and-
I can't.
I did, and I was disgusted with myself. I was like, why am I why do I exist?
Yeah. When you make a video, you feel confident, you post it. That's it. Don't ever look at it back in again. Because if you're self-conscious about your voice, you're gonna be like, I need to take this down immediately. Like 3 hours later, it's like the worst feeling. It's the worst.
Yep.
When I upload, no one really watches my videos because right now I'm working on like an LP of Kingdom Hearts, but for some reason every single time I try to do part 2, I always get interrupted by someone.
I can understand that.
That's why I'm gonna wait till like I get on my own and start like that until I like start really recording videos because family. Living with your family doesn't really
Just having a little bit of problems right here. Ooh, okay. Wow, my dog farted. That's disgusting. What the hell?
Do you have a special dog? Because mine is.
What the fuck?
No, my dog is just, my dog is her. It's like, I can't. Wow.
Mine, she chases shadows.
She chases shadows? My dog likes chasing squirrels and possums. He once brought home possums to the house.
You know, from the movie Up. Squirrel!
I'm not kidding, though. My, in our backyard, like, there's some random possums sometimes. So, our dog comes back from, like, you know, doing her business, and there's a possum in her mouth. That was years ago. It was a baby possum. Or something else.
That's actually kind of gross.
Yeah, you're telling me.
My dog also watches TV, and like I don't watch football, but my mom's boyfriend does, and like whenever he's watching football, and like she'll be calm, but then I guess she would see something on the TV, and then she would just charge right at it. It's crazy. Like
Here,
right
let
now,
me see if I could.
Freaking out over a shadow.
Yeah, for some reason I'm thinking about changing the name of my YouTube channel. It's just because it just sounds weird.
Hey.
Let's see here.
Yeah, the name of my YouTube channel just sounds weird, and I don't like the name.
Let's see right here. Just 1 second. I think I can. Trying to get on YouTube on my phone because I'm having some little struggles right here. Yeah, I'll just type it in chat. I just realized I'm still in the Chamber Sages account. Yay.
So
light 'em up. Light 'em up.
Wasn't Super Mario Run to wasn't that to promote Super Mario Odyssey? Because I've realized Super Mario Run came out, and then Super
Mario guys.
Odyssey came out.
Welcome back.
And then Fire Emblem
Welcome back.
Heroes came out. And then what?
Oh, no, about Hyrule Warriors? My little brother, I bought Hyrule Warriors for him a few days ago for the Wii U. He played Hyrule Warriors, like, he's on, like, the 3rd boss or whatever. And he said Hyrule Warriors is better than Breath of the Wild.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he said that.
Hello everyone, my name is Markiplier. Welcome back to. Nah, I'm just
Lexi,
kidding. I'm not Markiplier.
Is Lexi promoting her Twitter?
Maybe? God!
How dare you?
No!
Somebody was talking about their YouTube name earlier. What's your YouTube name?
Oh, I just hate my YouTube name. I mean, I don't think it's, like, it's kind of creative, but I don't like it. I mean, I'm just trying to come up with another one, but I don't know what, I don't know.
My YouTube name I got because I'm a big fan of Game Over Greggy, where Greg Miller used to be an IGN.
Tell me this sounds mediocre. Reaper Phoenix Gaming 17.
Well, anything with a number sounds stupid to me.
Hi, my name is Factor 2.
Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to erase the 17 part because.
Well, like, did you do it because your age was 17 when you made it?
No, because of the year.
Well, what are you gonna do in 2018?
I don't know.
Like, that's why I think, unless there's meaning behind the number, but there's people, like, I've done it too, where, like, you make an email address or something, the year, and you just, like, put the number of the year, where you put the number of what age you are. But then, like, when you're not 12 anymore, and your username is, like, Jesse12.
Over, Jeff. Still watch your video of how to quickly kill a lion or something. It really helped, actually. I was able to get some pretty good damage off of it.
I mean, I do have my own logo.
I made that, the video about the Lionel when I knew almost nothing about the Lionels. There's more videos that I put out on how to kill Lionels with actual strategies, but none of them are as popular as the first video that I made, which sucks because a lot of people comment on it as like, oh, there's easier ways to kill them. But I'm just like,
I made food that gives me 12 golden hearts. Do you think I'm strong enough to pull the Master Sword with those?
I think you need like 13 actual hearts.
13 actual?
Yeah.
Are you sure that the yellow ones won't help?
I've never tried with the yellow hearts, so I don't know.
Hey,
I don't know
hey,
what Zelda Master's up to.
hey Jesse, do you think Animal Crossing Pocket Camp was to promote like the one that's on the Switch? Because I see, like, isn't Mario Run to promote Mario Odyssey, and Fire Emblem Heroes was to promote Fire Emblem Warriors?
Well,
Only they did that for Zelda.
They've planned on coming out with the different mobile games on their own. They obviously use one to help promote the other, but even if there wasn't an Animal Crossing game coming out, I think they still would have launched the game on mobile, just because not only is it promoting the game for Switch or 3DS, but it also helps them get money from the actual game. Like, I know people who spent $100 on Animal Crossing already, so they're definitely making money just from the game itself without using it as a promotion tool.
Yeah. I mean, they did a stupid decision when they made that Amiibo festival. People were so upset.
Oh yeah, that was their way. Amiibo festival was like their way to make a game based around Amiibo, I believe. But I just don't think anybody liked it. So while it was a good idea, like if they made a Disney Infinity type of game, but with Nintendo characters, and you could just like use the Amiibo to bring in the character, that would be really awesome. But they did it based completely around Animal Crossing. And then it wasn't even like a real Animal Crossing game. It was like a weird
it was like Mario
version of a
Party.
game. Yeah. I forgot what I was doing.
But I think that Nintendo's like learning.
Well, Nintendo, they're not. If you're talking about the mobile games, they're not.
Hey, Matt's live streaming.
Who?
Awesome Face Fraud, Matt. You don't know who Awesome Face Fraud is?
I know of him. I don't watch any of his videos.
No, what's up, everyone? My name is Matt, and welcome to, whatever.
Yeah.
He's a Zelda YouTuber, too.
Oh. Well, like, I don't watch a lot of different YouTube channels. There's like 5 or 6 main channels that I watch.
If I wanted to become a Zelda YouTuber, do you guys have any advice?
Write a script about Zelda and then make a video on it. Like, you just, like, if you have a theory or something interesting, just write it down and then record it. Like, just do it. If you think
Just do it!
yeah, like, if you think the video's gonna suck, then you can always, after you get enough experience, you can always go back and remake some of those videos.
It's true, yeah.
Alright.
So, my advice is, like, whatever you want to do, just do it. And then, yeah, like, if you know who RMFH Gaming is.
Oh, I know him. He's such a lad. He
Yeah.
is.
Well, whenever I found his YouTube channel, he only had a few Zelda theories. And none of them had that many views. He only had like 1,000 or 2,000 subscribers. And I started bringing him on my videos and introducing him to HMK and McIntyre and everybody else. And now he has, like, he's getting close to 20,000 subscribers. And it was like, all you need is to do something. Someone will find it and they'll collaborate with you. And you can learn from them. And you'll get, like, a boost from their subscribers. They'll get a boost from your subscribers. And everybody helps everybody. That's why we all made the Chamber of Sages.
Neil.
For the sword. I don't think I'm in the right place to find it.
Lexi,
Yeah, hi.
you should get Andy to join. Like, text him and be like, get on Discord.
I could get him in here, probably, if he's not busy.
We'll do it.
He's a busy guy in college, I think. I don't know if he's, like, in right now, but let me check. I could spam him, like I always do.
Someone had a
Jesse,
question
what
for
kind
me?
of guitar do you have?
What kind of guitar do I have?
Yeah.
I have Schecter Damien Elite Solo 6.
That, I have a Schecter Damien as well. I have a Schecter Damien too.
Yeah.
But it's
Mine I bought from Z Sounds. And I think it was like $500 or $600 at the time, but now they're like, you can get one for $200.
Guardian sword broke.
The next guitar that I buy will be I want to get the Epiphone Silverburst, but they're like the most expensive Epiphones you can get because they only make the Silverburst paint with the custom or the limited editions. But someone has playing Breath of the Wild and it's really loud. Is that you,
that's not
Lexi?
me.
No, it's not me. It's not me, believe me. I
Not
don't
me.
have my console home.
That's me.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
No, it's fine.
alright.
It's just
Yeah,
I
okay.
couldn't
I just
hear other
messaged
people.
Dandy, and he. I
Oh,
haven't gotten a
you
response
call
yet.
him Dandy?
Andy.
Oh, I thought you said Dandy. I'm like.
Sometimes I call him underwear.
Underwear. That was your question yesterday about the meme arsenal. The arsenal.
Oh, I didn't
memes.
get to watch that. What was the answer to that one?
No, it's not posted yet.
Oh, it's not.
No.
Oh, I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah, we laugh about it.
I'm
there's
so
a good laugh.
excited. How large is that meme arsenal?
Yeah.
It's pretty big.
He says something like what was it? The internet is a vast place. So like the memes are ever expanding or something like that.
Ah,
I don't know.
Fuck me. If I have
Let's
that.
see here.
nothing more expected from him.
I'll try to play the audio on here.
Oh God! Let's give the people a little sneak peek.
Yes.
What's to come?
Can
Oh,
you
it's
guys
time for
choose
the
for me?
Not gonna be getting anything again on what is wrong sentence right there.
Oh, another sneak
Pumpkin.
peek. Next week's guests, it's going to be Holly as guest number 1, and then guest number 2 is either going to be HMK
You know, it's actually hard to believe that Sonic Mania is actually a
or
banned game.
Mike Drucker.
No, it's embarrassing when
So,
fans can do
HMK
better
and
than
Mike.
the that created them. I created it.
That moment when fans can do better than the actual company.
And for those who don't know Mike, he used to, among other things, he used to actually work for Nintendo
Oh wow!
back when the Wii U was first coming out, and among other things, he was actually the one who named Groose in Skyward Sword.
I just had some peace fold today. I went to an oral surgeon and I got my peace fold today. It was bad. I didn't like it.
You got your teeth pulled today?
Pumpkin?
You know, Skyward Sword is actually one of those games. Is either you love it or you hate it too. I like Skyward Sword. I just no.
I can't decide if I should have pumpkin spice cake or pumpkin pie.
Zelda Collector
Both.
says he's got to go. Well, thank you for watching my crappy stream, Zelda Collector.
All of the above.
The old surfing. Why is it always gotta be at Los Alfos?
Right? I hear Los Alfos.
Die you. Face the wrath of my boomerang.
You know the enemies that actually creep me the hell out, and there were probably the Redeads.
Oh yeah,
That's
those
what I
things.
want to come back is the Redeads.
I always hated those things.
I think it makes the game dark.
It was like, hello
At
there,
least
Nightmare
A
Fuel.
little bit darker. Yeah. Like
I was like, hello there,
zombies.
Nightmare Fuel.
Wait, didn't they only appear in Ocarina of Time, or did they appear in any other Zelda game?
They
Oh.
appeared in Wind Waker, I think.
Yeah.
Oh.
They appeared in Wind Waker, they appeared in Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time.
Dude.
I'm gonna go shield surfing with my guardian shield.
Did Andy
Don't say-
reply? Oh, I can try to get. I'll text Cecizi and get her to join her RMFH.
Can we attack enemies while shield surfing?
One, two, motherfucking three!
That's fine.
I'm Super Sonic. Or Super Knuckles.
I'm guessing you're playing Mania.
Oh, yep. Yeah.
Do.
One up. I got a one up.
I think I landed in the wrong place and grew in the desert. Yeah, now I can tell it's all messed up because my mini map is just like. And now my map's gone. Wow, that's great.
You know something that I always do when I start a new game in Breath of the Wild? At the Great Plateau, you know how you don't have the paraglider, but yet you're so used to it?
Oh yeah.
Every time I get to the tower, I just run right off thinking I can use the paraglider when I don't even have it. I always get myself killed.
Oh, it won't let me
Well,
block it. No.
You know what I gotta say about that? Nice job. I start remembering, dumbass.
I think I just got myself lost in a sandstorm because my Sheikah Slay is acting.
Come on. Head out, motherfucker. Okay, thank you.
Right, there we go.
Okay, Jesse.
So,
Andy's going to be joining in like 15 minutes.
I just messaged a bunch of people and asked them
There's
to join.
a snake in my boot.
I messaged Andrew or YuriofWind, Armitage,
In the
Sasizi,
water.
and a bunch of other people.
Oh, sweet.
But nobody likes me, so probably nobody will join.
Lonely.
Come on, Jazz.
Yeah, there's only so many people whose numbers I have to text, so...
I'm there, but you know I'm already here. So.
Yeah, I guess I could have texted you too.
Be like, sup, nerd.
You made a new friend. I'll be your friend.
Hey, actually, I think you don't have any room to talk because I think we're all nerds here.
Oh no.
Yes.
No. He texts me sometimes saying sup, nerd.
Yeah.
Sup, nerd.
Interesting.
Hi, I'm
It's
dog.
interesting.
I'm surrounded by nerds and I love it.
Well, considering we're all nerds, so.
This is Nerd Nation.
I don't
Nerd mania.
consider nerd a negative word. Like, one of my favorite shows on TV, there was only like 2 or 3 seasons, but it was King of the Nerd on TBS. I had a couple of friends who were on it, so it was really cool.
Oh, that's actually really cool.
Yeah, and then my friend Cody Davis, he is the webmaster of Zelda Universe. He was on Beauty and the Geek
No, what?
for the Australia.
You know, when I first played Zelda, I actually thought Link's name was Zelda.
I did too.
Oh,
My original,
biggest sin. The biggest sin.
my
in the
original
Zelda community.
Ocarina of Time save file is named
The
Zelda.
biggest sin in the Zelda community. I bet you everyone had.
Well, see, I think Nintendo thought of that, and in the first Zelda game, if you name your save file Zelda, it gives you a completely different game to play.
Well, to be honest, Link's name was not really supposed to be Link. It was just a Link. Name Link, where Link come from. It was supposed to be the link between the character and the player.
The player, yeah. I mean, I think it's actually a good use of the name still to this day. But yeah.
Like I have one friend who actually ruined the good name of Zelda because he legit okay. What he did is he put he thought Zelda's name was actually Link.
That's hard to do.
He makes Zelda's he said, okay, I have to go say Link and my name's Zelda. I'm like, dude, what?
This
I'm
is
like,
also
you clearly
is about
you
to
clearly
get
know the
Well,
character.
it could be Zelda's Adventure from the CDI games.
Oh no. He was playing he was playing Ocarina of Time.
Did you guys see the Lizalfos?
Yes.
Like, it just got ruined.
Got riggedy wrecked.
You shall smite the Lizalfos.
How to high school that up.
At least I can get its weapons.
I shall smite the Lizalfos in the name of the 3 goddesses.
I don't know what I'm doing myself right now.
I've been hearing that they could be possibly bringing more DLC to Breath of the Wild.
Oh,
Yeah.
That was the
Because
video
I
we posted earlier.
I've seen HMK's video.
I'm prompted to watch it, but like
HMK.
I know HMK and how he can tend to overhype things to a certain extent where it might seem a little
Yeah.
Exaggerated a bit.
Well, the entire point to
well,
that video is in the Zelda Explorers edition. There is on one of the last pages, like it's literally one of the last sentences in the book. It says that the Explorers edition, you can, if you like Zelda, you can pre-order, or not pre-order, but you can order
when HMK was actually live streaming on Twitch, I asked him, "Is this game really worth it?" And like, really, yeah, is this game worth it? Like, he's like, "Get out of here."
Yeah, he's pretty hardcore on that stuff. What I do realize that when it came to the Explorers Edition, it did state, oh, these are the first two. Yes, that does state, okay, these are the first two. And it also gives an opening to say there can be more. Of course, there can be more in terms of DLC over the times, and that's totally expected of games, because that always happens.
You know, one thing that actually make HMK loses this shit, if they actually put like a Kingdom Hearts thing inside of the Zelda thing.
I absolutely think, yeah, he would totally lose it, absolutely. But I feel like that wouldn't be a reality.
Yeah, I know it wouldn't be a reality, but he would completely lose his shit if that actually happened.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know HMK in real life, but at the YouTube, when he does YouTube, he's a huge Kingdom Hearts fan and a huge Zelda fan.
Oh yeah.
Which sounds a lot more like me too. But that's why me and HMK have a lot in common. But besides, I think he would completely lose his. I think he'll probably lose his shit more about that than Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, I suppose that. Just a moment, like I'm gonna get like a makeup wipe because I need to get this mascara out of my eyeball. I don't wear makeup at home. This is ridiculous.
Just like my cousin.
I can't. I physically can't wear makeup at my house.
My cousin wears makeup all the time. I'm like, really?
I wear it when going out, but I have leftover mascara on my face.
But like a lot of people's problem with the Zelda Explorers Edition is that it says the first two DLC, implying that there might be more. They say, why doesn't it say it comes with all DLC? Because there's only the 2 packs. But my answer to that is, if they say all DLC, then people may think it also includes like the Xenoblade DLC. Yeah. Where the Xenoblade DLC and some of the other DLC they've had has been separate from the 2 packs that you can buy. Like, they've been free updates. So,
yeah, I totally understand what it's implying, the fact that there's more to come, and that could be...
I mean, there could be a lot more added to Breath of the Wild.
Mm-hmm.
I think there will
Absolutely, because I without a doubt feel Breath of the Wild is lackluster in terms of, 1, lore, and 2, there's so much open space that could be done with in multiple ways.
There's
and
like
it isn't.
limited possibilities what they can do with
My dog is on my butt.
Yeah, it'd be cool if they made like a DLC and just like really dark.
I cannot wait to get the game.
Which one?
Having to do with like.
I can't wait to get the game.
Thought out of my head.
Oh yeah, trust me. Because when I like get Breath of the Wild, I'm not really gonna play until like we I just want y'all to hear my freaking reaction when I first get Breath of the Wild.
No.
Oh boy.
Y'all are probably gonna have like you're just gonna say, dude, calm down. This is a game.
you should have seen me when I first got Super Mario Odyssey. Like, I didn't go to sleep at all. I couldn't.
Well, I'm getting Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild probably on the same day.
Please don't spoil the game for me. I haven't played it yet.
Like I was.
Odyssey.
Well, I haven't either.
I stayed up, and like I had pre-ordered it, so a digital pre-order, and
Yeah, I was just up all night and waiting till midnight, and then even then, like, I didn't go to sleep when I got it. Like, I played it, and people were there, and I was just like too hyper. Like,
I got a question for y'all. Got a question for y'all. When I get the game, you want to talk on Discord so you just hear my reaction while I play it.
Sure.
Yeah. It's kind of like a stream of conscious, that sort of thing.
Ryu! Sup, dude?
Oh, hey. Yeah,
Hey.
I know.
Hey, Ryukin.
Yeah, I just been kind of...
Oh, you can.
You've been lurking, man. What happened? No lurking allowed.
I just want to hear all of your lovely voices. Came in.
Jesse's streaming right now, my guy.
Oh, yeah, that's how I got in here, actually. Just from a stream.
Oh.
Ryukin.
Yeah, I'm watching it right now.
Nice.
Hey, I kind of like the y'all's profile pics.
Thanks. I just took this from some fan art. Like, basically just looked up Zelda cross Ace Attorney, and this came up, and I was like, this is perfect.
Ace Attorney is a godsend.
I'm using Discord on my phone.
Yeah, same here.
I need to actually redraw a profile pic because I don't know, man.
What type of phone are you using? I'm using I'm using my iPhone.
I'm using the S7.
Oh, I'm using my computer with my little mic at the side. My little snowball.
Oh my
I
gosh.
don't have a computer yet.
I need a new PC.
I need a PC in general. I use a laptop.
The main reason I'm using a computer for is YouTube. That's what I want to use it for.
I used to use my phone, but it really can't handle as much as my laptop, and my laptop isn't even that really good. If anything, this thing would run on coal compared to modern tech, I suppose. It's a pretty clunky laptop.
I mean, honestly, I would just take a PC at this point, like any PC, because I've been stuck with the Mac for the longest time, at least 7 years. And then this year, my Mac finally broke down. So.
So I'm just looking at all the people on this Discord, and so yeah, Hyrule Citizens, Yiga Clan, Royal Knights. Yiga. I like how you put Zelda at the Chamber of Sage.
Oh wait.
Well, he's part of the Chamber of Sages group with all.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Should I be moved to the Chamber of Sages?
You should.
I feel so special if I do.
You're a Sheikah.
Yeah, I am. I'm one of the admins on here. I'm a little special snowflake.
All I am is a freaking Hyrule Citizen. I'm not special.
Everyone's a special snowflake here. Everyone's special. Everyone is important here. And that's how it should be.
Oh, I died.
I think I'd be a bit more special if I made more theory videos. Right now I only have one on my channel.
I haven't made a theory video since
it don't really matter what I am. I'm just...
All we have is theory videos on the chamber as of right now. We're going to actually do... There's a little stuff in store for Odyssey. For the chamber, which I'm happy about.
You can move yourself to the chamber.
Oh boy.
Oh, I can? Yes. Really? I didn't know that. I'll check that.
I mean, aren't you an admin? So.
Yeah, but I had no idea of this. Okay. Members.
Oh my gosh.
Question: how in the? I mean, I'm on a lot of Discord servers. I do not know how to get upgraded.
Let's see here.
What do you mean? Upgraded?
No, I can't. I can't add myself on there. Cause it's a role above mine.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. But that's alright.
So you can give out every role but that.
Yeah, I can give out every role except for the ones above me. So I can't give people ownership.
Where are you? Oh, there you are.
That would be funny.
I'm Alexa.
Game over, Alexa.
I'm Game over, Alexa. Oh my god, I'm blue!
Boom!
Whoa.
What happened to me? Oh.
Oh, yeah, you're a chamber stage now.
Oh, God.
Ow, he threw a rock at me. How dare you?
Insert treasure opening sound effect here.
I'm about to open a treasure chest.
Oh, fuck. I just did the freaking Final Fantasy thing.
Dude, this ain't no Final Fantasy Discord.
I'm getting tired of these one-hit kills.
Sorry, I'm already part of a Final
gotta be
Fantasy
sneaky.
Discord. Okay, I'm a part of a Zelda Discord. That's y'all.
Dude, all of my servers on here are Zelda related.
Hey, I'm on Nogla's Discord.
Oh wow.
That's a D Nogla.
Who's that?
Funny, I'm on Deathly D Nogla's Discord. I'm friends with Vanos on PS4.
I don't know who they are. I apologize.
Oh, something's going on here on my good old Christian server. Ah,
Oh boy.
that is what's going on. Never mind. That's literally nothing has changed. Dandy. Let's see here. Oof. Let's see what's going on here on this live stream.
Oh, today is the 27th. Why did I think today was the 26th?
How do you change your profile pic on Discord?
I
Very
think.
carefully.
Yeah. I forgot. Are you on your phone right now?
Yep.
Let me see if I could. I'll try to go along with you on this because I have my phone right next to me. So you see how when you try to look for servers and then you see your character and it has your name and number and then it has the little gear for settings.
Mm-hmm.
So you click that and then you go to account and then there's the profile picture above and you could click edit and then you could put in a new photo.
So if I do more live streams,
Sweet.
you guys have to join.
So, let me get to my Android because I have two phones.
Oh, I'm on the iOS. I hope it doesn't interfere with anything, really.
I legit have two phones.
Oh, wow.
Does that work for
Okay,
you
so-
guys?
Let me see.
If I have more live streams, you all can join.
Yeah, sure. I have no
Oh
problem with
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
I would
I'll
definitely
definitely
join those sort of live streams. I like
Yeah, sure.
discussing the voice chat.
I would definitely.
Discussions are 10 out of 10. I'm alright with that.
And sometimes it's kind of fun to read the YouTube comments.
Oh, I
Yeah.
always butcher them. I'm so bad.
It's okay.
Did you did you hear what I said like a while ago with I think it's the Zelda collector. I was trying to say he said ladle and like pot, like the pot lids, and I said ladies and pot lids, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah, once I get a computer, I'm gonna start live streaming too.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to, like, with a better computer, I'm gonna try to start doing live streams and stuff regarding, like, games.
What kind of live stream or computer do you have, Lexi?
I don't have a computer. I have a small Odessa laptop that I've had for 6 years.
6 years? Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Get ready for that to break down.
It's running on coal right now.
Well, I think the most longest computer, okay. Have you ever had those type of friends that actually told you something that you just don't care about? Like, you don't care what they had to say, but, you know.
I have that happen where I'm trying my best to listen, but it goes like one ear out the other, and I just feel horrible for doing that. Because it happens way too often.
That actually happens a lot.
That happens a lot to me regarding work. So, like, when Andy tells me some things regarding towards, like, moderation or me trying to run the channel, like, he's giving me, like, little steps on how to do it, like, little tips. It just goes one ear out the other, and I try my best to listen, and it just hurts.
No,
I feel so bad.
Why am I not surprised?
I try my best so hard, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work, but I'm trying my best. I'd say I'm doing decent, though. I'm trying to recollect. Oh, Andy's back!
No, I died again.
I really wanted to say something, but no.
Hey friend, how you doing? You heard all of that?
Andy, can she wants to know about your meme arsenal again?
Sorry.
Wait, what?
She wants to know about your meme arsenal.
Yeah, tell me about that meme arsenal. I didn't get to listen.
Okay. I guess it goes all the way back when I was with my buddy Cookie. I think Lexi knows who
I love Cookie. He's great.
Yeah, I've known him for a while. And he used to be like a hardcore 4chan kind of guy, and then he has like the dankest memes. I think he has like several folders just with memes, and he has one folder called Rare Pepes, where he keeps all Rare Pepes and all that. I believe he actually voted for Harambe during the presidential elections in New York City. So yeah.
Dude, this guy is my friend.
I forget that was actually
he's my friend now. That guy's great. I feel what was really funny was like when I became a friend of an acquaintance of yours, Andy, and I started spamming the memes on the stream server. There's a point where I think you called me worse than Cookie, and I had no idea who Cookie was until I was put into the chat with him. I was like, oh no, I can never be worse than this guy. I was like, me and him were like a team with memes.
Oh, team with memes. Okay.
Yeah, the meme team. 10 out of 10 classics. Oh wow. This is...
What's up, Dario Mancini?
Oh, I would have... No, Mancini.
Oh my gosh,
C.
Mancini. Is that how you say it?
Mancini, I think. If I probably butchered that again, but whatever. Yeah, he's pretty rad, saying yo a lot. Yeah.
Yo. Yo.
Hey yo, hey man, hey yo. I'm really bad at this.
Also, by the way, if I butcher any names, I apologize in advance.
Oh, I butcher names all the time, so don't worry. You can't really be much worse than me.
Yeah, I remember a couple of groups thought my name was pronounced Massintire.
I said that once!
I was one of those people.
Yep. You're stuck with that group, Andy.
Nah,
I said Massintire for like
I'm not
months.
bad with names, but I'm certainly not the best at them.
Oh yeah, me either. I'd say I'm I've hit rock bottom when it comes to pronouncing things. Wow. This is the story of a girl.
Okay, that's a very, very old song.
I know. I have a lot of old songs stuck in my head as of recent, but it's A-okay.
It's A-okay.
Damn.
It's gonna be A-okay.
Yep. Controlled gamer. This is the Switch. From what I'm looking, yeah, this is the Switch.
Yeah, that's the Switch.
Don't worry, my guys. Whoa. Okay.
Wow, it sounded like someone got shocked.
My ears just bled slowly for a second.
I really want to check my Pocket Camp. I'm hoping I can open up the app and it won't close my Discord.
Oh, I don't have that.
If I disappear, I'm sorry.
No.
It's okay, man.
It's fine, it's fine.
It's all good.
Why is this being so difficult?
This is the story of a girl. Why are people following me on Instagram? I don't even post stuff on there. What is this?
I follow you
When
on
was the last time you
Instagram.
posted on Instagram?
I don't know. I don't even remember, to be fairly honest.
Yeah. The last time I posted on Instagram was like 3 years ago. So like, I hardly use it.
I seriously got the Skyrim
never
thing in my
on
stuck in my head.
Instagram. Same with Twitter.
This is the story of I'm so dead inside.
Hey, I shine and every people ever.
Ugh.
Hey,
The comments have died. Where are my comments, friends?
hey,
Hello,
Panic, hey,
They're
Panic
probably all lurking.
They're lurking and scared of me.
Hey, here's Panic at the Disco. You guys like Panic at the Disco?
Yeah, I actually.
Yeah, I've heard the group.
Yeah, they're pretty dandy. They're a pretty good group. I'd say.
And the dog is freaking out.
Whoa.
Holy!
Oh boy.
What's the mic problem going on here? I need to see this. I'm gonna lurk and observe who this is coming from.
What?
Omae wa moshinderu.
And yes, Dario, this is Master Mode. It's in the stream title.
The Master.
Maystar. Wait, what's going on here? Yeah, this is Master Mode, Dario. I'm gonna say Dario because I can't pronounce the last name. That's alright, I'm sorry. I apologize deeply.
Oh, so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, very scary.
Nani!
That was not my best Mario impression, by the way.
Don't worry, that was
Cool.
pretty. It's a-okay, my guys.
No. That's the goal.
I can't Mario because I have the female voice that sounds like. You know what's funny? My voice doesn't sound like a girl. My voice sounds like a small 10-year-old boy, and I deal with that. There's points where like I had Link as my profile picture, and people genuinely thought I was a 10-year-old kid. I was like, whatever, guys, whatever, man. It's all love. Whoa!
Cool. It's happening again.
What is this sin?
Is it Riley?
Oh, what?
I'm not sure.
What's it? I mean, I clearly hear it too.
Yeah, I need to. I'll just check. I'm gonna like stalk the Discord chat and see where this goes.
That probably is me because this is not the first time this happened when I was in a Discord chat.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Rip, dude. I'm sorry.
But for like just people had to deal with it, and it probably like last for like a few minutes or something. It's probably because my mic some of that, yeah.
Oh, someone was blasting through the fire and flames in my hallway today in school. That's pretty interesting.
It's like you're in 2008.
This is the first.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of that name in a while.
This is the first time I've ever been in this Discord, let alone actually chatting with you guys in voice chat.
Well, this is
it's alright,
the first time I've been in this Discord.
There's a
chatting
first time
with
for
you.
everything.
Jesse, don't even.
Oh, it's your first time in your own Discord? Oh, God.
No, I mean like first time talking to you.
Ah.
Oh, yeah. I was actually like, yeah, that's why I wasn't sure. I was like, okay, I'm in the voice chat, but I'm not sure what to do. I don't know if he's got like a rule set to where
I do.
no one can chat with him.
Nobody under 13.
Hi, I'm 10.
Well, I'll be 10.
I'm trying to put my logo on. I'm trying to put my logo on this. I think, and that should do it. Okay.
Alright, I'm giving up on this.
25
shrine.
next month.
Hi, I'm 10 years old. Do you want to kick me out of this chat right now? Yeah.
And then we'll have to kick you from that admin role.
No! I do my job good. God. Ugh, wow. My heart is broken.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
It's okay.
Oh, so sorry.
I'm so sorry. This is the story of the world.
That song is stuck in your head, is it?
Oh my god, you should. Ugh. The inner mechanisms of my mind. Ugh, wow. It's just tons of old, cringy music. And, like, I wouldn't say that's cringy. I actually genuinely like that song. It's just, it repeats to the point where I cringe.
In the chat, Dario asks, "Is this master mode?" You can always tell if it's master mode.
It is master mode, yeah.
Yeah.
There's always a Triforce in the bottom left to let you know it is master mode.
And whenever you die or go into a loading screen, the tips show up red. So that's how you know.
Wow, my head hurts.
I would. My own logo is actually pretty basic, but you know.
It's A-okay, guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's every day, bro! Ha! I wanna die.
I wish I had more friends on my Switch.
You sound like you're high.
That killed me.
That's really concerning.
Someone again asks, "Is this master mode?"
Yes, Mike Tonelli. I hope I didn't butcher that
wait,
again.
that's not a question. I think it's
mode.
Oh.
He's on easy mode.
It's master mode because
he's on easy and master.
Yes.
My only gripe about this mode is just the regenerating health. Like, I know it like kind of forces you to like switch tactics and make you a bit more offensive, but like, I just don't like regenerating health.
Whoa!
Again,
What
really?
is that noise again?
Oh wait, what the? Oh, I just hit my fucking
Sayonara.
Fuck it.
I just want to celebrate.
Yeah.
Wacom introduced their new stuffs.
It don't happen all that often, but you know, it's happened.
Hey, it's Zorona.
It's happening again, is it?
This is the story of a girl.
Honestly, like one of the only NPCs I remember from Breath of the Wild is Zorona, just because he loves mysteries, and I love mysteries as well, the genre specifically. So.
Is it really a story about a girl?
Yes, obviously. Wow.
Like I hear you in
Gosh.
the background, just like muttering to yourself, just like.
Yeah, it's really bad. It's a disease. I'm trying to tell you guys
Real
this.
life. No. It's
Game
just fantasy.
I hate this. I hate it. It gets stuck in my head too easily.
You know what I do? Sometimes I play a different song for that song to drown out the other that's in my phone.
I'm just a poor boy. I need no sympathy. Easy go. Ah, this is a disease.
Yes. Any way the wind blows.
It doesn't really matter. To me. Da, 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 da.
And of course.
I'm so dead inside.
Honestly, I would do like a duet with you on that song, but like since this is like
Okay.
It's just meme worthy.
Hey, oh, that's my logo. I made.
Let me take a look, see.
Oh wait, let me see.
Naya Brass. Oof. Yeah, same. Me too. Ugh, wow.
Oh, nice.
Let me see. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Oh, died again. No.
The sign of the Reaper.
to me.
No, the sign of the Reaper Phoenix.
I'm actually having a bit of fun on this
I used to have fun.
mobile game. I don't usually play mobile games either, but it's been so long since I played Animal Crossing.
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Makaru?
Yeah.
What are your most recent thoughts on Breath of the Wild? In terms of theories.
Wait, can you repeat that?
What are your most recent thoughts on Breath of the Wild in terms of theories?
In theories.
Yeah, like what is something about Breath of the Wild that has recently got you thinking or trying to theorize?
There was one thing that I was thinking about returning to do just one last Zelda theory, and I'm not entirely sure I should or should not do it, but it's kind of spinning in my mind. It all started when this one person, I need to look him up, it was on Twitter, that he sent a message about the old man in Breath of the Wild. I'm not going to spoil who he is, even though it's kind of obvious at that point. About his death within Breath of the Wild. You know, I'll just say it, he's King Rome. That'll make it less complicated.
There we go.
I just realized who this... I just realized who... Wait, Makaru, what's your YouTube? What's your YouTube? Because you sound familiar.
It's McIntyre.
Oh my god, what's up?
It's the man himself.
I just realized who it was. I was
When
like,
people
"This
have
sounds
fans.
But yeah, essentially he was putting forth an argument, and he gave me a post that went along with his thoughts about where his death site is, and the reason why he, like, let's say he died there, or let's say his spirit or whatever you call it is surrounding there, has to do with this like kind of death position, and somehow the place where he died corresponds to some of the lore dealing with Zelda and Link in a very implicit way that kind of like make things expand more on what the story is, and kind of just gives King Rome a bit more of character, if that makes sense. I'm not sure if I should go back to do one more theory just on that, since to be perfectly honest, in terms of, let's say, Zelda theory ideas so far within Breath of the Wild, a lot of them, like I want to say a vast majority of them, have always been about where Breath of the Wild takes place in the timeline. Very few theories are coming up with things inside Breath of the Wild as a singular title. I know things are coming out with the 8th heroine in the Gerudo Desert, or things around the Sheikah West predominantly. And I've heard some things about Richo and stuff, but not really that much.
About who?
But go ahead.
About who?
Rito.
Oh.
The Rito tribe. But by and large, I haven't heard at least too much theory crafting, at least on YouTube it is. I'm not sure about other Zelda forums or anything like that. But most of the discussion seems to be about how Breath of the Wild corresponds to the greater Zelda series as opposed to what it is internally. That might change as time goes on, but I guess my biggest complaint with Breath of the Wild so far, at least as Zelda theories is concerned, is that there's not really a whole lot of mystery in relative comparison to others. Everything is more or less kind of out there, and if there are mysteries, there is barely anything really to go off of. Like one example is the forest spirits, the forest god, or the mountain, Lord of the Mountain. Keep thinking about Princess Mononoke. He reminds me of it. Yeah, it gives you basic lore, but people just like, again, it's not really that much expanded upon. You say, oh, it's there, and that's really about it. I'm thinking about returning for just one last Zelda theory, which is that I'm not sure if I am. If I'm being perfectly honest, I've been doing Zelda content for I want to say 5 years, maybe 4. And to tell you the truth, I'm getting tired of doing Zelda content. I'm just losing the creative fulfillment behind it. Before I was like, oh, this is Link's darkest secret, Hero Shade, and all that. And there was a really big narrative behind it. there was a story to be told, a tale to be told, and I'd rather not just force theories for the sake of just forcing it. But for the case of the King Rome thing that I just mentioned now, there's some narrative there that I could expand upon, but I'd rather not do it just for the sake of doing it. And if I'm doing it for one last time, it has to be something that is worth it, like that tells something in a more like a bigger philosophical, symbolic, or psychological sense that brings a bigger narrative. About theory.
I have a theory.
The most advanced
Andy,
narrative.
you're having some connection problems,
Yeah.
I think.
Kind of cutting out.
The Ocarina.
Yeah.
Rip.
Hey,
And
I have
now,
some thoughts after this.
In Breath of the
Okay.
Wild, my theory is
Oh.
Rip Andy!
hey guys, I've been thinking about like
Look
trying
at
to, you know, like do top 10s and stuff like that.
fans the narrative.
But I don't have a PC to do it. So, do y'all have like
Together.
any like
Andy, Rip.
advice for like a rookie YouTuber?
Advice for a rookie YouTuber is just do it.
I've been trying to like find ways, you know, to make my channel like grow and stuff.
My particular advice to a rookie YouTuber, at least nowadays, since YouTube has been very, very authoritative and centralized, is this. Make sure you love what you're doing, whatever it is. Do not go on YouTube thinking you're going to make millions of dollars or going into it purely for a monetary gain.
$1 million.
I'm just doing this for fun.
Oh yeah, I'm just talking in a general kind of sense.
Yeah.
In case if anybody's listening here is also, and what's that buzzing?
That's Riley.
That's Riley!
Yeah, don't go in for a monetary sense. And another thing, if you fail to plan, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
The best thing about YouTube so far is the community. So
Yeah.
meeting all of the people who
Oh, yeah.
share the same ideas that you do, whether they are people who are just fans of your videos that think the same, or other people on YouTube who are creating similar content. So
Yeah, I'm at 16 subs right now.
16.
Oh, we all start from somewhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember I first talked to Conrad, Commonwealth Realm, when he was first starting his channel. He was a Polish history channel first. Now he's doing a lot of Zelda and Nintendo-oriented content. Now he's roughly around 100.
It's kind of funny that the one video that the one thing that got the most views on my YouTube channel was a live stream I did with Dragon Ball Xenoverse.
No.
That had like 50-some views.
If anything, most channels, how would I say if anything? I don't want to necessarily say do what you're passionate about, since sometimes that's not the answer also. Do what the market wants you to do. Like, for example, there is a market for Zelda theories, for example, and people expand on that. Of course, your interests can be varied in another way, and your passions are not necessarily linear. We all have different passions. Passions is a very fluid concept within the human psyche. So when I say follow your passions, that's like following your feelings, and feelings can go everywhere. So I wouldn't necessarily say that.
Well, one of my passions is like do let's plays and stuff like that, and also I mean I like doing discussion videos. I mean stuff like for Zelda and stuff like that. Because Zelda is like probably my number one. Well, not really number one, but one of my, how should I just put this, biggest passions. Like I love Legend of Zelda, and probably the whole.
Here's the thing, though. Most Let's Players, in a very general sense, don't work out well in the end. Same can be said with people that are just doing, let's say, smaller discussions, and nothing really just comes out in the end. First off, I would highly recommend is finding an identity first of what exactly you're going to do and expand on that. It could be a general concept. For example, it could be an analysis over a film, games, or something like that. Another thing about yourself, make yourself entirely unique. Don't copy other people's format just because you in turn like it. For example, if you're a fan of Markiplier, for example, don't do the exact thing he does, since you can't compete with someone that you're copying with. Be someone entirely unique. Someone that's the marketplace, in the free exchange of ideas, looks at you with some sort of a distinction, whether it be some sort of like a deep analysis of something or a discussion on a particular topic. Of course, there has to be some interest there individually, and it has to be some, let's say, a good work ethic involved. For example, Conrad Commonwealth Realm, he has incredible work ethic. He works all the time, and like, and in terms of the consistent uploads, I would say 3 to 4 uploads a week, maybe even more, is really, really beneficial for just a starting channel just to go forward. If you really want to put that much time into it, I would definitely recommend just going all out. Find an identity first. Don't be very fluid in ideas. Don't do one thing, and another thing, another. Have some identity and plan involved. Don't copy others. Be entirely unique. And make sure your work ethic is involved. And again, at first, it may not yield rewards, as it takes time to build a channel, a long time, especially nowadays. I was lucky, since I developed my channel at a time where there weren't that many Zelda YouTubers around. There were relatively few, as they were now, and I expanded the market. I did Zelda news first off, and that's what really took the channel off. Since there were seldom few hit points for the marketplace when it came to that particular content.
Well, nowadays there's like YouTube for like almost everything.
Acquiring.
Miyamoto.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my thought.
Plus, I don't have a computer right now, so I just basically record off my PS4. But basically all my games I have for PS4. So when I start like doing Zelda, I need like a capture card, computer, or stuff like that.
Another thing too that I would really recommend people take advice in heart. Try not to spend too much money when you're trying to develop videos. I first started making videos by recording gameplay with a phone and recording my voice with the same phone. And I would edit everything in Windows Movie Maker, and that's how the channel first started. And like I not to sound coy or overconfident as it is, but like here's the thing. I wouldn't recommend investing, like, let's say money, time, or let's say a lot of money. Let's say if you're investing like $30 on a mic, that's not really that bad. But let's say if you're overly investing, like buying a brand new computer or doing an entire setup or mic studio, whatever, try to remember, like, if you're new to this type of work, I would definitely put some more thought into it. But if anything, a really good rookie, like your starter mic, is a Blue Snowball. I believe it's around $50, something around there. Yeah. You could probably get a deal for it for cheaper. But it's a really good starting mic. I started with that mic. After that, a Blue Snowball, I would recommend Blue Spark Digital. That's probably the best USB mic right now, at least last time I checked. Then after that, if you want to upgrade even more from that, I would get into the studio mics that you need an audio encoder for. Right now, I have a studio mic. I'm not using it right now, so it's really expensive. But in essence, try to invest more into your channel as a monetary gain as the channel grows, as there is more return on your investment. Not to sound like everything is monetarily based, but there is costs and benefits for this particular line of work.
I'm back.
Oh, yeah.
The best.
I got spicy salami.
Ooh, nice. The best first thing that you can get is you want to focus at first on your audio quality.
My turn to get something to eat.
That was something I wished I would have done at the beginning, was get a better mic whenever I started, but it took me a long time before I felt comfortable spending the money on a mic.
If anything, like, mic quality is good. Like obviously, if you have a really good mic quality in videos, people will notice, and that's also a really benefit thing. But another thing is how you talk. Your like, let's say, your pronunciation, your enunciation as well. For example, public speaking. If you have any public speaking experience at all, it's really beneficial when you do stuff on YouTube. Whether it be if you want to like, let's say, write a script and record it yourself, or just talking freelance like we're doing right now.
Yeah.
A really good kind of rule of thumb is just trying to gather experience together from your mind and just talking out loud. Another thing about it too, like just talking for someone that's, again, I don't want to sound overconfident or coy when I'm talking about this, but I've done this thing for about 5 years, and I guess that kind of warrants some kind of a experimental thing to that. But when you're talking, at least for males, I'm not sure about how this kind of advice translates to female voices. But try to speak from the gut, and try to put some, like, let's say, force onto it. That's how I normally do things when I'm recording. I speak from the inner portions of, let's say, my vocal cords. And you kind of just, like, try to make your tone be relatively uniform. Like, let's say when you're talking, kind of drift down like this. Like, as you lose breath, try to avoid that. Make your tone kind of uniform as it goes on. Do not try to, let's say, choke on your own words, like you can't breathe. Make sure you space your breathing properly. And things like that.
Yeah, and I guess to add on to that, like, a lot of what McIntyre is saying right now, that applies to, like, a lot of, like, the acting and the diction that I've been through sometime in college. Like, you have to pay attention a lot to the tone of your voice and, of course, the diction as well, and how you say certain words, because sometimes, like, if you're just speaking, like, monotone all the time, like, people are just gonna stop, like, listening to you at some point and just kind of tune you out. And you don't want that in your videos, so you just want to try, like, vary it up a little bit. And, like, when you want to make a point, you just raise up your pitch, or if something's, like, not super important, you just, like, speak lower. But you have to, like, really pay attention to your voice whenever you're doing commentary and such, because that's what people will be listening to whenever they're watching gameplay or stuff happening on screen. So there's that.
Yeah, very good points. Another thing that I would also take in mind here is personality. Like, for example, Etika. Etika's a really good example of
I love Etika.
It has a very large personality, and a lot of people absolutely love it. And that's because he really shows his personality on screen, whether it be the memes he shows or just the cracking jokes all over the time.
I sent him a meme once, and he put it on stream. I was so happy. It's like, my boy!
Yeah, personality is great. Don't be a monotone robot like me.
Sometimes that's a niche, you know?
Yeah.
Me and Andy are kind of opposites, where I'm absolutely insane, and it does not. It's a bad quality on my part. I view it. And Andy's very monotone, but I get him to laugh a lot when it comes to memes.
I can imagine.
It's my quality. It's my quality to make people laugh. That's all I do.
I think Andy is just a robot, yo.
Oh yeah, apparently there's a theory that I'm actually like a robot, like a communist robot or something.
That was me. Remember, that was me. I made it up in front of you.
Oh my god.
I think like someone sent me like fan art or something that I'm actually just a robot from Russia.
No. You were a Nazi robot that was reprogrammed by the Soviets after the war.
I think that kind of holds some credence because your profile picture is red and black. So.
Yep, the memes of production.
Ah, yes. Meme-entire.
Alright, and I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I'm sorry. Is it called Guarnarsi Pierre?
Pierre. But yes, this is McIntyre.
Yeah, our boy Andy. McIntyre Andy. I'm trying to, like, wipe off this pepper off of this salami because, like, this is, like, really spicy, and I can handle a lot, but this is, like, spooky spicy.
Spooky?
It's, like, super spooky spicy, if you know what I mean. I'm really, like, I'm being offensive at this point. I'm so sorry.
Well, at least there aren't any Italians listening.
No, Andy's Italian.
Oh, no, you sound.
Oh, wait, you're Italian?
Mario's mentally challenged sister.
Oh my gosh.
A bit of a Romanian too.
Wow, that's,
That's
so
kind of
nice
cool.
to
I
hear.
did not know that. I don't think I would have gotten any Italian from your voice.
Yeah, because I've been completely Americanized. But yeah, apparently I had a bit of a Brooklyn accent when I used to live in New York, but then that completely went away since I've been here in Florida.
I'm bringing you back to New York, and I want to see this happen. That's all that's happening. It's official.
But isn't there like a bit of like muscle memory when you speak? So, like, I imagine like it's kind of there somewhere. Unconscious.
What if we get Andy really angry, and then he breaks out into a Brooklyn accent?
Yes.
I've never seen Andy angry, so I want to see this.
I have Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but I'm no one to play them with.
Andy wasn't programmed to feel anger.
Oh gosh.
Andy just kills. That's all that matters.
I mean, I could probably imagine him like scolding or something, but not like all
Yeah,
out raging on the internet or in the comments or anything like that. Just like
Andy is basically the good teacher. He's like the teacher of the school.
Aye, sensei. I mean, I've been planning on doing like a face reveal on my YouTube channel, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'm gonna wait till I get way up there, like do a face reveal or something.
I've done like one face reveal on my channel, but that was like in the thumbnail, and it was a really, really bad video. So I might just like privatize it at this point, really.
I don't know if like, of course people know what I look like because like my Discord photo and stuff, but when it comes to YouTube, I don't think I would ever do that.
My first video was a face reveal.
I do that, but kind of sparsely. Like,
Yeah,
I think
you
one
do.
time I did a live stream that I was just drawing and stuff, and then apparently got so late that I started singing anime songs.
Now this I want to hear.
Another one.
So let's go, clapical game.
A lot of the time on YuriofWind, whenever he does live streams, he'll start singing random songs.
Look now.
Oh my god.
Don't stop. There's so much to be.
Oh my god, my face is like on fire right now. It's
Haven't
too
had
much
spicy food in years.
spice.
Did you like eat the entire plate?
Oh no.
I think this is.
I'm like a bowl of it.
Oh
That's the
gosh.
worst. I
I
think.
think this is.
What are
funny
you
that,
eating?
Spicy sausage, basically.
Like I started eating turkey sandwiches, and now everyone's eating.
You know the fact that I have a
Actually-
dirty mind when you say spicy sausages, I completely
No.
thought of something else.
Actually, this is it's spicy salami. I mean, it doesn't really make much of a difference, to be honest. But it's like salami and it has like peppers, like little pepper like chunks all around it. I'm like trying to scrape it off the edge of the bowl because it's like overwhelming.
Have you ever tried jalapeno poppers?
Oh, I love them. They're so good.
Yeah, with the jalapeno, the cream in the middle, and that's bacon wrapped around
Yeah.
it.
I can eat a whole habanero pepper raw. Like my heat tolerance is no joke. It's just like when a pepper like this kind of pepper is like it's like black pepper overwhelming. It's like an unpleasant, but it's still spicy. I'm trying to get rid of that with like water.
I think my face would heat up just looking at a habanero pepper.
Dude, I love habanero peppers. They're so good.
Yeah. When someone eats when you eat a habanero pepper, you look like you look like when their face got all red up in Looney Tunes, and you were like, yeah.
No, that never happens to me.
No, you watched Looney Tunes before, right?
Yeah.
You remember the when their like face always get red, and then it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's usually like whenever like they step on something hot. Or they're just like ready to blow up.
Or the steam comes out their ears or something.
I think I remember the first time I tried hot wings, like, I was like literally crying my way through it. Like, it was as bad as like whenever like I cringe at like the most cringiest things. Like, whenever I cringe at something, like, I can literally start crying because it's so cringy.
Oh, I cringe at a lot of things.
There's so much puny in the world, you know?
Yeah.
No, it's sad to say that what I just said is not exactly wrong. Yeah. There's like so much puny
Why
in
is
the
there
world.
a deer all the way up here?
Oh, what?
I've just killed Bambi.
Yay.
Bambi, no!
This isn't that good of a movie anyway.
Hey,
You just had to snipe him, didn't you?
Hey, you call it a murder. I call it dinner.
My friend. Wait,
No,
guys,
I call it roadkill.
wait. Okay. My friend took a vacation to Peru on the Thanksgiving break, and she found on her Instagram a picture of her holding baby goats. But then they ate them.
Oh my god, I hate those
Unplug
things.
the TV cable into it.
I think that
You don't need Bambi, you need turkey.
like they were baby goats, and they took a picture of like her petting them.
What I ate.
Racist.
Ah, my mouth is on like fire.
I can only imagine.
Girl on fire. You're on fire.
Ow. Okay, now like my tongue is kind of like numbing itself. That's fun. That's always a fun thing.
I think I'd be on the floor, like, crying at this point.
Nah. No, it's okay.
No, I want an orange.
No!
Oh, fucking hell.
It killed me.
I can see the future. Yeah, a friend of mine is trying to, a bridge series. A friend of mine's trying.
Spice. Oh my god.
You know, a friend of mine's trying to work on a bridge series.
Really?
Like a Kingdom Hearts bridge, and he's also trying to do a Legend of Zelda bridge thing.
That's cool.
I'm like, okay, he wants me to do the voice of Link.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wait, what are we talking about? I left.
Talk about memes, obviously. Ha.
No, a friend of mine is trying to do like a Legend of Zelda and Kingdom Hearts bridge, and he wants me to do the voice of Link and Sora.
Of Link and Sora?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what Sora sounds like, but I doubt that they would sound.
Okay, voice of Link.
Yeah, I know.
He never talks though.
I don't think that he would have that deep of a voice. Like, you have a deep voice. I never envisioned Link having a deep voice.
Well,
Like,
I can make my voice go high, or you know, cause he's planning on doing like all those Legend of Zelda games. I'm like, oh god, this is gonna take forever.
all of them?
Yeah, all the Zelda and all the Kingdom Hearts. I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna take our entire life.
The first...
I don't think he's gonna do it.
If it's the first Zelda game, it would take like 2 minutes. Because Link doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but we're trying to
Rest of the though.
voice.
I think Sora's voice is like really high, in a sense.
Can be.
Well, that's only in Kingdom Hearts 1. Kingdom Hearts 2 is he hit puberty like a motherfucker. After 1 year, he hit puberty.
Yeah, but his voice is still like kind of high. Like it's boyish. The boyish.
Like my voice? Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like your voice.
It's like,
I can't believe I just used you as a reference for a boy.
Yeah.
Wait, does Lexi have a deeper voice than me? Probably. I can't.
I have no idea.
I don't know. I haven't really like thought about it.
It is windy outside.
I bet you when Toon Link gets puberty, he's gonna sound like Andy.
Oh my gosh.
Is Andy still here? Let me check.
No.
Yes.
Andy!
Everybody.
How dare you?
Where's Woody?
He's just like,
Oh gosh.
what did I do this time?
You know, before I thought I was done with Zelda theories, but I'm actually thinking about doing one last one.
I mean,
I'm not
the
sure if I
Rome
should.
idea is actually really good, so totally do it.
Yeah.
Ah!
I mean, honestly, in my opinion, I think there's still like a lot to Breath of the Wild.
Sora attack. Yes,
explored.
thank you.
So
I think that you should go out with a bang. Does that make sense? Like, if
No,
it's...
I'll probably wait until the Champions DLC comes out if there's any information there.
I thought we were gonna milk out that.
oh
Oh yeah, remember Project Milk?
Project
Like,
Milk.
At the end of the video, it's like, peace. Peace out, bitches.
Are you gonna use the Swampland national anthem when you leave?
Oh my god! The All-Star
he's
USSR
probably
national
gonna-
anthem.
He's probably gonna do basically some type of Legend of Zelda song, like the Minda song when you walk through
But the other song's so perfect.
yeah, take her basically probably Minda song when you have to take her to Zelda in Twilight Princess because she's dying or something.
Out of
You have a song
curiosity,
playing in the background.
when do you think the Champions Ballot's gonna come out?
Ooh, that's a hard answer. That's hard to ask.
I would
Middle of
want to say
December.
like the
If
31st.
this was a test, I would have
very-
failed.
At like the
It's gonna co-release with
maximum, I guess.
I'm saying definitely after Christmas.
Like between Christmas and the 31st, maybe.
Yeah,
But
definitely in between there. I'm gonna say estimated the 28th. I'm gonna say the
Can you
28th.
believe how fast this year's going?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gone fairly quick
Ah.
actually.
I'm
Really
like,
quick. It's going faster than the Flash.
I mean, like only like over a year ago. At this point, like I think around this point was like when the first like gameplay trailer came out for Breath of the Wild, and like we were all like hyped for it. Like, and now it's been like 8 months since the game's been out. So
I can't believe it's okay. Is this just me or like I can't believe it's almost been like a year since it came out.
yeah.
Oh my god, my mouth is like burning.
How
I
many-
finished everything. My
How
mouth
many
is burning
people
now.
You
here?
finish all of those peppers. In that
Yeah, I finished it. I finished the spicy
Damn, you
spicy.
should have just made a challenge.
How many people here are
Just take
already
that challenge, the red hot pepper challenge.
subscribed?
Oh, I
to
can do it.
McIntyre's
I can
channel?
absolutely do it.
I think I would be dead at this point.
Nah, you're fine.
Actually had spicy food.
Spicy food is best food.
I don't like too flavorful foods.
Yes, I will agree. Yes, spicy food is good for you, but
I like.
I mean, I can't really handle spicy food. Yes, I like it, but I can't handle it.
Hello?
Alright, I gotta dip. You guys have fun with the chat and the stream. So
See ya.
See ya.
Bye
See ya.
bye.
See ya.
So I was asking
my
how many
theory
people
on
here
Breath of-
are already subscribed to McIntyre's channel.
I am.
I think I am
'Cause
because
I've
I knew.
always been.
If you're not,
Keck.
you should go and subscribe.
Cause
Thanks, buddy.
also sub to Chamber.
Chamber what?
Yeah,
Why did you
if,
bust out laughing?
if you're a fan,
Who's live on Twitch?
Because I livened the chat.
if you're a fan of myself
Highly
or
and CC is
McIntyre,
not live on Twitch.
she is. I texted her and told her to join the live stream with me, and she was too busy.
Yep, it says
I
she's live on
didn't hit
Twitch.
her. I did not.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Mark.
He's playing Elder Scrolls Skyrim.
No.
Hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark. I did not hit her.
Advanced
I did
level
not.
1. Me. That didn't sound like it.
I
think I just created some evil.
Hi, I'm evil. What is your name? Oh boy. Today
I
is
don't
a
have a
day.
nickname for the server. I'm just
Chips47, hello. How are you, Chips47? Are you doing good today, Chips47? I hope so, Chips47. Me too.
Excuse you?
I see why I have no friends now.
So my
true,
my
yeah, but-
theory on Breath of the Wild is that Link is dead. Yes. Yes.
Game
Don't
theory,
ask
Link
me-
has always
don't-
been dead.
Don't ask me how I came up with that theory. It just happened.
wait, what theory?
That Link died in Breath of the Wild. Because why not?
Didn't he die in the flashbacks and then he got revived?
What's up, Chip 47?
I thought that was just like something game.
Hey, no.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
My
Jesse
theory
had
has been
used the Cryonis.
flopped.
Cryonis, if that's what it's called.
Crayon.
Are you,
Yeah, I had to use, Cryonis. Oh, I just heard an echo of myself, and now I just cringed.
Wait, where do I...
Rip.
what are you doing?
I think
How do you get to that?
I completed this a little bit differently than you may have then. Because the first time that I did it, I feel like I got it over here.
Banana bus.
And then I went down-
Banana bus. Banana bus.
Also, the first time that I tried, I fell off this gap that I just fell off again.
Oh, wow.
But I got stuck in the invisible air, and I was swimming in the air. Yeah.
You know, I will never be able to do a no-hit run on Breath of the
me
Wild
either.
because chances
I've
of
done a
me
no-die
falling off-
run, though.
I wouldn't be able to do I wouldn't be able to do a no-die because
saw
every
the
time in the
clip.
beginning, I just forget that I don't have the
That's
paraglider.
the
I
wrong
would
way.
fucking I would just like fall off the, I would fall off the tower.
When I first played the game, I just saw a giant cliff and I was like, oh well, first death. And I do that every time, so I don't think I can do a no death. It's just tradition.
Because after you
Yeah, I
end
think
up in
I
that
completed
tower,
my
I'm just-
no-die run.
I just completely just run right off the tower thinking I got the paraglider. Always happens because I completely forget.
And I just kill myself because I have crippling depression.
Oof. I got 2 pounds, one for the girl, one for the girl. I'm really, like, so tired, but I'll live. Ugh. Wow. Today is a day.
I don't
Happy
wanna be
Monday,
25.
everyone.
This
Happy
year went
hell
by
day.
Too quickly.
Rip.
I don't want to be 25 years old. No.
I'll be 19.
No, don't fall. Okay, we're
I'll be
good.
19 next year.
We're good, guys.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm so
Like,
young.
Life is too short.
No, you're
I'm
old.
already 25. Like, no.
I'm
Hey,
26.
fuck you.
When you're trying to explain the complexity of the meme economy to some normie.
You just advanced to level 1.
Yep, that's how I met
Nobody's
you.
normal.
Andy, I'm the one who teaches you this. Not you.
Nah.
Nah, fam.
You only
Nah,
tell me about
fam.
weird stuff.
Me and Cookie teach you the meme ways.
No. You
Yes.
taught me the weird stuff. Like, I didn't even know what a lolly was until you came along.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
That's for another time.
No.
that conversation. Oh, wow. Let's see here. God, I'm becoming you!
Oh, you know what that means. You know what video I have to post now.
No, don't. Absolutely do
I
not.
won't. I think I did it too many times.
I'm gonna have to head on out now, but it's been great talking to you guys.
Yes,
Alright,
thank you
see
for
ya, Andy.
joining.
Alright.
Later, dude.
Have a good one.
You do.
Do 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 do.
Oh.
That's what I was about to, like, I was like, are they playing Mario music?
No, they were doing the
I
spy
was
song.
going
I don't remember. I don't know what it's from, but it's like the doo 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 dun 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 doo doo doo. It's like the spy song.
I do the spy songs.
I thought it was like the underground.
Thanks, Harry.
Mario
Mission Impossible.
game.
I can fly.
Ow! Ow, my knee.
Let's see if this works. I'm a tree. I'm weird. I'm a dork.
Nah.
Yeah.
I don't want those animals. Ah. Sorry.
When you're a rich person on an endangered species, but you shoot the wrong endangered species.
Oh my god. Hippity hoppity, get off my property.
There is no problem.
Oh my god.
Get off my lawn. The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ.
Wow. Oh, wow. Good to know. Jeez.
That's bad.
It's a bad meme.
The power of Christ compels you. I'm a dork, I don't care. At least I'm brave enough to admit it, right? At least I can admit I'm a dork. I'm legit gonna try this, even though, you know.
I am so tired.
Oh
Yeah, you
jeez.
just made me
Oh
yawn.
jeez, this is gonna suck so bad.
The best time
Holy
to
crap,
wear
he
a
only-
striped sweater.
Holy shit!
Oh, that's...
I don't think I can actually beat this man.
I'm bad at game.
Well, I'm trying to fight the hardest boss in Kingdom Hearts, and yeah.
Rip.
The Disney CEOs.
Let it rip.
Wait, what if just Disney like corporate executives are the final boss of the last game? Like
what?
Like what if in the last Kingdom Hearts game, I don't really know too much, but the final boss of the series is Disney corporate executives.
Or Shinya Nomura, the creator of Kingdom Hearts.
Who here has Mario Kart 8?
Oh, no.
Please play with me. Please, I beg.
I wish I had Mario Kart. I would kick it your ass.
I'm dying. Dying of boredom.
Oh,
I have to
no,
admit,
I would kick
I
both
feel
of you.
like going downstairs and getting it.
I'll kick both yours and Lexi's ass. And Mario
Nah.
Kart. Yeah.
Nah, man. I
Yeah.
ranked I ranked globally.
Yeah, sure.
I can't
As
be
the
her.
suckiest
Don't
player.
sure me.
And I can't be
Sure.
She ranked globally as the suckiest player.
I am pained now.
I bet she's like, I need
Oh,
to
just wait and
switch
see.
now so I can prove them wrong.
Oh, once about the Switch, I'm getting Breath of the Wild and Odyssey. When I get Mario Kart, you're going down.
No, you.
No, you.
No, you. Fam, Marino. No,
No,
you.
No, you
No.
times 10.
No, you times 11. Ha!
No, you times 100.
Yeet!
What was that?
It's bad memes. Badmemes.com. Thebomb.memes.com. Oh my god.
It's time to I'm still gonna kick your ass in Mario Kart.
What, you gotta switch
Oh,
right
retro's
now?
in this.
No, not talking
Retro.
about the Switch. I wish I'm getting one this Christmas.
Retro.
Alright, well,
And
when you get one this Christmas, I'll play you.
hey, no, I'm gonna play both y'all. You're going down in the earlier route.
The Christmas tree. I hate Christmas music.
You know what Lexi is doing? She's drowning us out of talk of the Switch and
Hey,
Mario.
both of you are going down in the earlier route. Baby, we're going down swinging. For the gun and the bullet.
That is not even the lyrics.
I don't know. I know that.
Believe me, I was sung that as a lullaby. I know this song.
I know that. I was making.
I got the crisp musics.
I was making fun of the song.
Alright, dudes.
I was called downstairs and I
done
decided
with
to
my
get
stream.
the
I can and I will.
And I'm gonna open the box for the first time.
Wait, what, Jess?
I said I'm done
What,
with the
Jeff?
stream now. I have to go eat.
Sweet.
Oh,
Alrighty.
okay.
So, yeah, thank you
Wait.
guys for joining.
Jesse's streaming.
No problem.
Wait, you didn't know that we were live streaming?
Rip. Oh my god.
Well,
I just came in here like, ooh, there's a chat. Then I started chatting.
yeah,
You're blind. You know
You've-
what you were getting into.
you've been on the live stream for the
I'm on
past.
YouTube.
Yeah, you've been on the live stream for the past hour or two. So,
Wait a minute.
Even though.
hope you didn't say
Yeah, maybe
anything
I'm sold.
that you don't want the other 48,000 people that
No,
subscribe to me to know.
besides me. No,
Wait,
besides
am I
me.
being bamboozled right now?
Hey, besides me calling him out saying I won't beat his ass.
Oh, I hear Mario Kart 8. Who is it?